You ready?
Yep.
All right,
Just
let's.
is my sound okay?
Oh, I think we're live. Yes, you sound
Okay, we're
perfect.
we're live already. 1 second, Coco. Just give me 1 second. Talk away.
You got to hear that twice. Well, hello everybody. Welcome to my stream. And Iris Marie is going to tell her story in just a moment. Hi, Crystal Say So, Glamour, La Poof, hello. Hi, Raven, Amanda Ray, Glamour. Could feel your pain the other night. Truly. I'm so glad that's all over with. Hi, Lottie Dottie. Oh, you're welcome, Broken Angel. Guys, do I sound entirely too loud? Because that's absolutely possible. Hi, Crystal says so. Hi, Sweet 666. Let me see. Now you say, what are you doing, Marie? Come on. Stewie. The sound is great. Oh,
Can
thank
you
you.
hear me now, Coco?
I can hear you now.
That's
Yes.
perfect. It's the kids' supper time, and they're in and out, and we didn't want them to hear, so I had to get headphones.
Oh, okay. Hi,
So I'm ready.
Jillian. All right, I'm going to be absolutely quiet. I'll mute
So
myself.
so we're back again to the whole Vinny G going from panel to panel and saying this has been going on for 2 years. As I said, over the course of the 2 years, he called Stacey crazy and said she was a nutter and this relationship or affair never happened and she was crazy and he made us fight with Stacey and then we were friends with her and then we'd fight again and then he'd drag her another bit in his panel. You're a psychopath who told everyone that we were having an affair and it didn't happen. And nobody had any proof because Stacey wouldn't give the DMs to anyone. So about 8 months ago, Stacey dropped the DMs to Ohio Troll, who dropped the DMs on YouTube. We all read them. Take what you want from them. As far as I know, while I was friends with Vinny G, he was a married man. Even though he says that he wasn't. That's none of my business. Um, they were dropped. They were dropped on Stacey's or Kirsty's channel. They were dropped on Mumu's channel. They were dropped on um, Kirsty's channel. I didn't drop any of the DMs. Instead, I didn't speak to Vinny G again, and I went from chat to chat, and I said, which is true, and he did say, predator alert every time that he came in the chat. I never called Vinny G a pedophile until he said I called him a pedophile. Then I called him a pedophile when he was lying. Um, if anybody's got any questions, just ask, because my mind is like a sieve. Or anything that you've heard out there that you want to know the truth to, or anything at all, ask me and I'll answer. Um, Vinny G has stated that I did a welfare call on him while he was in hospital. You cannot do a welfare call on anybody in hospital. I spoke to Vinny G on Hangouts for about 8 or 9 minutes.
Marie, Marie,
Yes?
I
Yep.
have a question.
Yes.
I know Jessica is the one who put out messages or phone conversations when Vinny G was in the hospital. Did you or did you not say that you were laughing because you thought that he was kidding with you?
When this is the story that he tells that I rang him when he was in hospital and I did a welfare check on him. And then I called him and that I spoke to him on the phone. And Jen said on her panel, I called him a retard on that call. That never happened. I was friends with Vinny G for about 3 or 4 weeks after his stroke. I was
Right.
in that chat for a good few weeks. What happened was Vinny G said that I made a video about him calling him a retard and mocking his voice. I sent a voice clip to Jessica weeks after the stroke when Vinny G had came for my children and mocked his stroke. That was it. He's a grown man. I mocked his stroke. He was belittling my kids.
Yes, and when it comes down to baby bashing, which just let me say this because I've been chomping at the bit because I lost all my footage on Vinny G. Jessica, Sammy, and Vinny all are baby bashers. This is why they're all chumming together. Now I'm going to shut up. Go ahead, Marie.
Is the video about me, Stewie? Because that's old and nobody cares. He says that I called the hospital and did a welfare check. You can't do a welfare check on anybody in hospital. That's bullshit. He says that I made a video when I came off that call from him and told everybody in the community about his stroke, mocked him and called him a retard. Show me the video because that never happened. He said that I, on multiple channels, that I said that he raped his kids. I never said that. Somebody else did. Jenny Jin went live the other night and her whole stream was about what I said about Vinny's kids with a screenshot of what Beck says, not me. Not me. I did not say that. I've never said anything about his kids, just that they don't talk to him. His kids are adults, okay? So when he's over there crying that his kids saw him on YouTube, his kids are adults, each and every one of them, okay? They're not kids. They're not 15, 16-year-olds. They're adults.
Marie, her Jenny Jin's video vindicated you on that.
Sorry?
Her video and her showing that screenshot, that vindicated you. While they were saying that it was you involved, they proved that it wasn't.
But they look stupid. But this is what they do. It's all bullshit lies. 2 years, 6 years. G-Man goes over there saying this is going on for 4 years, bro. This happened 4 years ago. 8 months is not 2 years, and it's not 4 years. So stop trying to rewrite history.
That's right.
So when it comes down to when the DMs of Stacey's were dropped, he didn't come for the 3 women, nor the troll. He did come for the troll account, but he didn't come for the 3 women that dropped their DMs. He came for me, and he came for my kids. He came for me because I have the biggest mouth, and he knew I wouldn't stop telling people what he did to Stacey. And then he came for my kids because he knew from conversations and friendships how upset I was when Mumu made those videos on my kids. So that's the first thing he did. He came to the biggest gob and tried to shut me down first. He threatened to release a photo of my dead father. He died when I was 4.5 years old. He was killed in a farming accident. I'd given him a photo as a friend because I didn't have an original copy. It was just a printed copy from a printer. And I asked him to clean up the photos. He threatened to dox my dead dad. So I had to put a picture of my dead dad or my dead father up on YouTube myself. The one that he was going to. Yes?
Oh, I'm sorry. Do you have any idea why he's going so hard for you? Because, first of all, Stewie, I want to agree. I disagree with what Beck said, too. And we said that to her right away. That was nasty. But why is it that he's going for you that hard, considering there were others and Jessica was involved?
He's never going to go for Jessica because he's scared for her. That's just as simple as that.
Or he wants to get busy. One or the other.
99% of both, more than likely. He didn't come for Kirsty because he likes Kirsty, and he knew that maybe a year ago, when all this stuff hooked up with Stacey, 2 years ago, I was kind of done with all that. So me and Kirsty had got together. We had conversations about things that he told us over the years, and that's coming next, all the lies.
Yeah, because it doesn't make sense to me that he's going so hard for you when others have done the same or worse. even Sammy has said
because
foul.
he has backup with me. You know yourself, the same stragglers that don't like me. You know,
Right.
it's a running
Yeah.
team over there, like same collective 4 or 5 team, you know, over there. So he has a small little army with him, you know. So that's why he does it, I think.
Right.
I don't know. And it's because he knows he hurts me, because he's made me cry a million times on his panel, playing mind games, and then saying, you know, having a fight with me on panel, and then saying to me an hour later when the whole stream is over, "I'm sure I was only winding you up. It was only a game." Like, that's
It's
not
sick.
on. I'll get back to that and that
It's
behavior and stuff.
psychological abuse. Okay, go ahead.
So that is where we are today, where he had gone, so after he had his stroke and he came out of hospital and he hooked up all his machines, he started on me. So he did 6 weeks of that where I said nothing. I hid in the community. I was hiding and talking about my kids. And then I see him in a chat, okay? He was in this guy's chat, Lord Frodo, Freddy or Frodo or something is his name. And I've been sub to him for a long time. I occasionally look on and off and occasionally look in and out on him. And Vinny G, of course, had him up on his screen and had all his chat in there. And they were not nice to the guy. Look, I've heard lots of stories about him since. He's still autistic. They were still fucking with him. Vinny G was paying him to sit into a box to make an idiot of himself. And the guy was stoned off his head with a big dirty underpants on. They were doing it on purpose. And I went in there and I said, "Oh, bullying again, Vinny G." And there it started. He put my picture up for 6 weeks. He was encouraged to put it up every day. He put it up and ridiculed it every day. He said me and my husband were retarded breeders. He was going to dox me. He knew my husband's work information. He was going to contact his boss. He was going to dox my dead father. He was going to dox my dead father. We were retard breeders. He even said that I didn't get pregnant like a normal person. My husband, we laugh. My husband wanked behind a tree and the bees took the spunk up into my vagina and made me pregnant. I couldn't even get pregnant like a normal person. The lies that he has to tell about people. So we're going back to when I first met Vinny G. He says he met Sammy Prepper in 2016. No, he didn't. Did you not hear it, Briar? Oh. Okay. Will I keep going, Coco? Am I okay? Those leggings had me.
You sound perfect to me.
So I'm going back to when, okay, Coco, going back to when I met Vinny G. I came to the drama community in 2017. I met Vinny G the later half of 2018. We knew Sammy Prepper first. He didn't know Sammy Prepper first. We became friends with this man who told us that he was a farmer and he owned a sprout farm. And he told us that he was a paedophile hunter and that the Australian government solicited him to do computer work in the Peter Scully case. So he told us that he was working with CIA, FBI, and the Australian government, all these officials who were flying in and out to, I'm not even sure where the Philippines, where that case happened. And he told us that he had seen children being raped and murdered in red rooms, that anybody that needs to know about Peter Scully, Google Daisy's demise. If you've got the stomach for it, be aware, it is brutal. He said that he had found him. This is why I said he was a weirdo. So we sat down, we spoke about this. He was the farmer. He came on YouTube after he'd found Peter Scully. He'd watched all this child porn and child killings. Then he went from the farmer. That time he used to color on YouTube. Then he was a computer operative, and he could get anybody's information. He once ran Tessa Brown's PI address and told us that she lived in France. Me and Tessa still laugh about that. So when he was trolling and he was doing his nasty trolling, he would make me and Kirsty complicit. Now I'm a bitch and I do a lot of things wrong. I'm not saying I'm a saint. My hands, I won't say are just as dirty as his, but my hands are dirty and I do play dirty and I am a bitch, I am a bully, I scream and shout, and I say things I shouldn't say. I own it, right? When he was trolling, he would make me and Kirsty complicit with it because he would come tell us about it. So just like he trolled as saving the world for my dolphin song. Everybody remember that account? That was Vinny G. Remember he told Yaba that they was going to rape her and chop up her kids or some shit. That was Vinny G. He trolled as Rennie's dead grandmother. Now how we knew about saving the song for a dolphin song, the saving the world for a dolphin song, was they were both in a chat together and Kirsty asked Vinny a question and he answered on his saving the world for the dolphin song. We called him out on a live stream and that account has disappeared and never came back. So that's proof to me that it was him. He trolled as Rennie's dead grandmother. He stole...
Marie, then he tried to make that into something that you did yet again. I want everybody to notice that he'll twist whatever anyone else does into something that Marie somehow conjured up. It's like extremely paranoid.
When he trolled as Rennie's dead grandmother, he had gone to her Twitter. Now, as you all know, Rennie was a bit weird. She put a picture of her dying grandmother up on Twitter with her mouth opened, and that is the picture he trolled her on. She hadn't died when she posted that picture, I don't think. And then he went and he was like, oh, I don't even know what he said. Granny's knocking on heaven's door or some shit like that under her accounts. I don't have any feelings for Rennie. I don't give a shit. I don't care. Now he told everybody on Wendy and Diane's panel that we knew about Rennie. He came to us and he told us about Rennie. Now, we were having conversations about all this behind the scenes on our own, all the things that he had told us. We were suspicious of everything. And he came to us and told us that Rennie was a pedophile. Now, everyone that was here was friends with Rennie. I knew she was kinky. She was a bit disgusting in the sex things that she talked about. That's fine. Each to their own. It wasn't for me. It wasn't my cup of tea, all that talking about that.
I never heard her say those things.
Now, when he told me that she was a pedophile for having sex with a child, that's as far as it went. There was no details that he was autistic. There was none of on my kid's life. We did not believe it. I have told other people, I even told Australians, people looked it up. There was nothing out there about Rennie. So we had branched out.
He admitted on Sammy's live stream.
Here's my point. Just let me say this, Coco, just while it's just here. My point, Rennie went to Vinny because Vinny had told all of us he was a pedophile hunter. He was friends with police. He was friends with the FBI, and his son-in-law was a detective. Rennie was so scared. I think she's guilty. That's my opinion. She was found not guilty anyway. Rennie went to him because she thought she was safe with him from the lies that he was telling on YouTube. She trusted him because he was supposed to look into her case and get his cop friends to do the same. Don't forget that now, people. So he told us we didn't believe it. We did branch out amongst the Australians that were with us. They did look it up. We could find nothing. It phased, flittered off, never thought of it again until she went on Randy's panel and she said she was going to commit suicide and kill her kids too. That is when I believed it.
Yep. Just the whole thing. I know there's more, Marie, but everybody in the side chat over here who believes that he's not in his right mind. He never was. It has nothing to do with his stroke because his behavior goes back from when Kirsty put that video up. That's when
And
I
it's
was
not,
like, you sick bastard. That was so unbelievably cruel what he did to Stacy. Now, whatever you guys think about Stacy, it doesn't matter. It was just a rotten, rotten thing to do. There were three
and
grown men
and
abusing her and wouldn't let her up on panel to defend herself.
and Coco, not only that, he was playing games with her for the last couple of months. He'd get on Sammy's panel with her, he'd be fine with her. He'd go
Yep.
live, she'd go in the chat, they'd knock her out, they'd let her speak, they'd knock her out again. What the fuck are you doing over here, Stacey? When he'd been on a panel the night before and been fine with her. Now he's done this for her over the course of 16 or 17 weeks. One minute he'd be in her side chat all nice, or she'd come in his chat. A big fight would break out because the mods didn't want her there. When he had told her previously that she could come to his chat, he plays with everybody emotionally, especially women. He fucks with their heads,
He
especially
really,
women.
truly
He
does.
really is, and he's true. Oh, I can't even.
And Marie, let me just say this, and then I'll let you go on again. Vinny tried to put out the narrative that people left his streams because of Marie. It wasn't because of Marie. I have my own mind. I started to see what he really has done. And once you see that and his reaction to, viewers that saw the video on Kirsty's channel was disgusting. It was abusive. No, that's what did it for me.
And Jenny Jen said in her panel that Vinny G didn't have 2 strokes, he had 3. And
No, he
she
didn't.
said that I called him on the phone in the hospital, and while I was speaking to him on the phone, I called him a retard. None of that is true. Jenny Jen co-signs Vinny G's bullshit. She's a mod in his chat. She's talked filth on my family. She's talked filth on me. And she has encouraged Vinny G to do what he's doing. When she was in his mods at night time, knocking people out of his chat who were saying things to him, up on panel on numerous occasions, defending his behavior with her bullshit and lies and her narrative. None of her and what she said over in that panel is true. And how can the people that remember what happened support that sneaky bitch, that sneak bag?
Well, how about he's over on Sammy's and he's saying all this disgusting stuff about me? I gave him a chance to say something. I was going, and he decided he didn't want to. Well, I'm not going to kiss your ass, Vinny. I'm going to put the video up anyway of what I think happened. Now, go ahead, Marie. I'm muting.
I think that was it. Like Queen Bee, she pretends that we bullied her and everything else. Queen Bee was in the chat talking about her kids, talking about her mothering. When I fell out with Queen Bee because when Jessica had made videos of me, Beck had done a panel about it, and Queen Bee came in the chat and she's like, that bitch deserves everything that she's getting and her kids. That was it. I was done with Queen Bee. Queen Bee is a whore. Don't anybody tell me otherwise. He twisted what Ashley said to make it into his revenge porn. How are her titties yours, Finny? She has been drunk and shown her titties on panel herself on numerous occasions. Queen Bee is just as slimy as Vinny G. She'll run her mouth when she's drunk and she'll hide when she's fucking sober. And that's what she does. You'll never see her. And Queen Bee, you watch, everybody open your eyes and open your ears. Every time she gets on that panel, she leaks information about him. She was drunk 2 weeks ago on his panel and she said, why aren't Ginny, Jen, and Hondo in here? Oh, that's right, Vinny. They're always in the background and they never speak because Jenny, Jen, Andrew Hondo, Jinx Summers are the 4 horsemen. On my life. They've ratted themselves out. I have voice clips and stuff. I'm going to put up my channel this week. I'm trying to get to the videos, trying to get them up. I don't care if he strikes me or the channel goes down. I'm putting it all out there. And another thing I want to say, that's unless anybody has questions, Coco, that's really it. Another thing I wanted to say, Jessica dropped a screenshot of something that I said to somebody in 2019. This person is of no value to anybody here. This person long trolled a blind autistic woman and leaked her nudes on YouTube and passed them around to other people to prove that she wasn't hermaphrodite. This person has claimed to be a nurse, trolling the same woman. This person has claimed to be a medium, trolling the same woman. Yes, I did dox her. Yes, it was in a different community, and I dox her again today 10 fucking fold. She's a cunt. There you go. That's it.
Okay.
Cool. My husband's laughing at me.
So,
So Jessica, like, just let it go. Nobody cares around here about that. What did Ashley say?
Ashley said, Marie, can you address your supposedly calling Sean words the P word?
I called Sean a paedophile supporter. And I apologized to Sean for saying that to him no, it was Beck's channel, and I apologized to G Mangos after. But G Mangos has a habit of going around the place and adding little bits of untruths to a story. That makes me not like him. You don't go up there and say on a panel you don't know the story and then run your mouth and put years on it and say that it happened 4 years ago. If you don't know the story, don't comment on it. Simple as that. And no, I didn't drag him across Twitter and give him a lace. My Twitter's locked up like Fort Knox. I've only 100 people on my Twitter. I don't let anybody on my Twitter because of what I post on there. And he's saying I dragged him for filth all over my Twitter. Little old housewife in Ireland. Get a life. And like people that support what Vinny G has done overall to women, period, are losers. They're losers. And I claimed, they were collateral damage to me, Coco, those people, because they sat in his chats while he was doing those things to me and they said nothing to him. So that's why. So I was hurt and that's why I lashed out at all them.
Right. You know, the thing of it is, let me just say, no, I don't agree with doxing anyone. I don't agree with going after anybody's children, no matter what anybody says. If you're going after neglect or you're going after parenting skills, that's a whole different ballgame. It's a whole different ballgame. If you're going after little kids just because you have no argument, you're a sick, twisted bastard. And that's just how
Who
it
does
is.
that though? Who does that, Coco, who was friends with somebody over the course of 3 years, like, and
The three of them.
I talked to him about everything. Like, they'd been on hangouts here. My kids were climbing all over the kitchen. When I was cooking dinner, my kids were swinging off the presses. Vinny G knows my 3 kids. He can sit up there and say that they're retarded and they're crippled. He knows that they're not. He knows that my kids aren't crippled. My kids are normal. They have a condition. One child is seriously affected. The other 2 aren't.
Right. And, you know, Sweet says when he loses control, he loses it. Yes, he does. He does. And standing up on a whole video just shows he's using something. We all know, which is not our concern, but it adds to behavior. You know, it adds to this negative behavior on here. Excuse me.
Sorry, I was really loud there for a second. Mama Bed asked above about the police calling to him. I certainly don't think for a second that he was swatted like he said he was swatted. A video was put on YouTube of him in a truck, and in the front of the bed truck, he said, "Oh, this is like a rape dungeon." So I think that somebody called in about the rape dungeon. Or that probably didn't even happen. The cops probably just came to him and said, whatever.
Well, if anybody did that, I believe Beth did it, because Beth was right in there telling him to die and this and that and the other thing. And now he's trying to act like he's her friend. I was there when Mama Beth's World said she wished she would die or something like that.
This was it. Like, we were going around the place, like, when we were calling him Speedy and a disabled DJ. He's an adult. He was calling me fucking a red-haired midget hobbit or whatever he likes to call me.
Let me address
Cross-eyed.
Mama Beth. You did say something really disgusting to him, Beth. Don't come on here and lie.
Oh, I didn't know she did.
She
just know
did.
that he said he wanted to throw her out of her wheelchair off a
She
cliff or
did. I
something.
don't know exactly. She said something. She didn't believe that he really had a stroke, so he asked
Do you
the nurse.
know,
I think she forgets that
Coco?
I was there and I heard it myself. So don't try to do that. You know,
Oh, I
you
know,
have some
but
issues yourself, Beth. Come on.
Sammy called you a leprechaun. A lep.
You said more than
Leprechaun.
that, Beth, but whatever. I'm not gonna argue with you because this is Marie's time.
I didn't know that. I just know that he said he said that he wanted to put something about taking the wheelchairs off Beth's wheelchair, taking the brake off it or something, and she crashed down the hill or something. And then a few weeks later, he had a stroke and ended up in a wheelchair himself.
They both said terrible things about each other. The point is, if they, he'll use whoever he thinks it's going to, I don't know, go along with his narrative that he's friends with them when he's not. Him and Beth were not friends. Yeah. They were fighting, period.
Oh, yeah.
They both said awful things. Now he's acting like it. We're even friends now. I called her on Christmas.
Sure, he does that with everyone. Look at him. Look at what he did to Wendy, and she called him and hand-fed him up in that panel. I mean, that's why they had him up there, and the things that he said to Stewie, even if they didn't care about the kids, the homophobic things he said to the girls, nope. He was hand-fed up there like a baby. And the following day, what he do? Drag Wendy by the curb of her teeth across YouTube. And he ain't finished yet, like. That's the thanks you get. And he gave $100 and asked for it back.
Yes, with Sam, he gave her money. Listen, honey, you gave her a tip because you were entertained by her stream. You don't do that and then want it back. And then what he said about Sweet 66. Oh, honey, after this stream, I might not even have to put up a video. Listen, he said that about 666 and then complains that, or he'll say, I'm not a homophobic and I'm not racist. Yes, you are. You called Stewie a dirty Mexican. So is Sammy.
Or when he says, cute. I'm not racist, I have an African American friend.
And I've heard Jessica. I don't remember exactly what she said, but she said something, she might have thought it was funny, but she said something towards Stewie too. So don't get it all screwed around. And listen, Jessica, you don't control the narrative. You don't control what I say and who I talk to and who I make videos about. So, I don't over in the dimwit community. Okay. You're not doing that over here.
I just ignore her. She doesn't exist to me anymore. It suits me fine. I don't have nothing to say about her. I haven't spoken about what she did on these panels, whatever. She's just dead to me.
Well, the truth is I don't know. It's just, I think it's people like this who, there's a way to argue. There's a way to disagree that doesn't have anything to do with what's going on here now. You don't drag people's family when you have an issue with someone's behavior. You address the behavior, period.
But there's never, see, my thing is, Coco, he had a mask and he was this nasty troll behind the scenes. Yeah. And he was nice Vinny G out in public. And when the stroke happened, that mask slipped and he wasn't able to keep the fake facade going. And he's derogatory towards women. He hates women. He absolutely hates women. Let's get it real. Unless you're in there and you're licking his ass in the side chat, he hates women. Any kind, don't matter whether you're fat, tall, thin, small, he hates women.
Yes. And he told his whole community last night I have no community. Okay, so he's telling you all right to your face, you matter nothing to him. He could care less that you're supporting him. So you're over there. You must have low self-esteem to be over kissing somebody's behind. That tells you right to your face that you mean nothing to them. Not even as a
And Coco,
viewer.
can I add this? When he was trying to ask for a ceasefire on Wendy's and Diane's panel, Sean
Hmm.
DeBrid had already called a truce with him on G Mangoes, and I wasn't around for 3 weeks, and he never stopped talking about me during that ceasefire. That's why I wouldn't negotiate with him. Now, he called it a ceasefire, not anyone else. The minute that he got live off that panel, I've got a ceasefire with that fat Irish hobbit, Irish Marie. He never stopped talking about me.
No. And listen, Beck has said what she said about Vinny's kids. That really was vile. It was.
Hmm.
You know, she was told about it. I told her that that wasn't right. So why do they? I just the hypocritical, the hypocrisy over there is unreal. They're
How
saying all
can
this
you?
stuff, but
How
yet
can? How can you sit in a panel for 3 hours and say Marie said this? She told Vinny to rape his kids. Oh yes, she did. She told Vinny to rape his kids. She did it on Twitter. Here's the screenshot. The screenshot is of a chat and of Beck saying it in Sammy's. How in God's fucking name is that me?
they
Somebody tell me.
proved it wasn't you. They actually proved that you had nothing to do with that. That's what I'm saying when I say, I hate to say it, but it's the truth. You have to be a dimwit to get with that narrative. When she showed you, it was not Marie.
Crazy. I just.
And, to say, well, I can, like, yeah, you can go wherever you want. You can. But in real life, if someone was attacking children, are you going to stand there? Like, I have never seen such
That's
a
my
bunch of
thing about the
cowardly
people.
people.
That's my thing about the people and the selective outrage and everything else. That hurts the most, Coco,
I know it does.
than him trolling and everything else. That hurts the most to make it like to me. No, I'm not even gonna go there. Fuck.
But I agree, Marie. It's not what he said. He's an idiot to say something like that. Anybody who says something like that is just trashy. I mean, we all know it. But to not say something against it, I don't know. Would you stand there while he was saying it to the kids' faces? I don't, well, that's not me. No, it's not. But if someone doesn't take a stand at behavior that is not okay, it's going to
Exactly.
continue.
And there's my point. Like everybody says, oh, G Mango's such a lovely person. Oh, it's such a fair chat panel over there.
Mm.
Why? What gives them men? What is in them men that would sit on that panel? Why he goes up there? Not just to me or Mama Three Boys calling her a cunt or anything. Any women, he tackles them like a rugby player, and they sit there and they say nothing.
Not a
They
word.
are weak pieces of shit. And anybody that supports him and is friends with him are weak pieces of shit.
Listen,
And
real
they
men
support
just don't
his
do that. They don't.
predatory, they support his predatory behavior. That is my opinion of all them, and it will never change. And then my opinion when it comes to the other side of the drama community and spins around selective outrage, works on popularity, don't care about the kids. That's my opinion.
See, and for me, it's just totally different. I don't know. When you worked with kids or you even have them, you just know. I don't know. It's a different set of values, I guess, because to me, that's not entertainment. It's not. It's sick and it's abusive. And what he did to Stacy was total psychological abuse. It really
And
was.
now he goes on panel and he says, oh, I love Stacey. You know, she's got
Yes,
mental illness and I can't cope with her, but she's a lovely person and I'd talk to her if I could. You fucking cunt. You
yes.
ran her into the ground. He caused arguments amongst friends. Him, Jessica does the same. Nobody's the same. Everybody's fighting with it. Oh, just stop. It's just
Drug her
not
for
his. It's
filth.
constantly. And
Yes.
now nobody says that's what kills me. They let him up in his panel and nobody contradicts what he says. Nobody
No,
calls him out for the bullshit.
no. And you know, anything that I'm saying, come at me with my behavior. Don't come at with, you know, if you come at me for anything other than my character, then you're weak as fuck. Period.
Listen to me. I've never listened to me, Coco. I have never seen anybody in this community who I have friends with to go around and do and say the things that they have, and that's Michelle Star, Star, Star. The shit
Mm.
that she said about me up and Sammy's panel. She said I was a retard and I couldn't drive. I could sit into a car and drive if I need to. I don't drive
Right.
because I have anxiety. She said that how do my kids go to school in their apartments? In a fucking car that we own, I suppose, or my mother takes them.
Yes, Stewie, thank you. I don't know why it's hiding. YouTube filter is hiding ridiculous
And
comments. I
listen,
mean,
listen to me. I left YouTube for 3 weeks, and when I was gone for those 3 weeks, that Michelle Star went around trolling this community as an account of me, Irish Eyes, with my picture up in it. That cunt was running in my circles for nearly 4 years. That dirty cunt, and to turn against me because I wouldn't fucking pale back to the cross
and
because they were upset with her.
let me address Stewie. Stewie, you're right. It is Stacey's fault, 100% for
Mhm.
going back and speaking to Vinny. I don't know what she's looking for, but she's not going to find it there. Is she's attention seeking. She wants attention. Whatever she
Look,
wants, she's
it's
going
not
about
even
it
this.
the wrong way. But Vinny has more wherewithal. Vinny is cognitively in a better place than she is. Let's just put it that way.
Look, she flip flops like the best of us. She go back to him tomorrow. That's just her
Yeah,
character. Like we've
right.
known this all along. That's her character. And I was good to her this time around. I couldn't cope with the messages, the fuckery, the come to this drama, come to that drama. I'm not interested
No, and
in
you
that shit.
shouldn't have to, Marie. That's not, I'm not saying Stacey's an angel by any means. What I'm saying is in this particular instance, he completely drug her, and I believe, in my opinion, because his wife probably found out. So he's going to make it like it was all Stacey when it wasn't. That's just my opinion. That's a theory. Because no matter what he says, his wife was there. And
He
if
was
she
he was
found out
married,
the way
guys.
that he let women speak about her awful. Sammy said some disgusting stuff. Now that's your partner. That's your wife, the mother of your children. Why would you let anyone speak about her that way? Some trash on the internet because you want views and popularity? Honey. It'd never happen.
It's crazy. I don't know what happened to that man. Like it's just like he just.
Would you
I
let
won't.
somebody do that and talk to your husband like that?
Nope.
You know?
My husband isn't like that though. He don't call people bitches, cunts. He's not foul mouthed like me. He don't talk to women like that. He knows better to
My
talk to women
point is,
like that.
one of us that has a partner, Ashley and Sweet and you and I and whoever else, we're not going to sit there and allow someone to bring up our partners or friends that are not on YouTube. Never. For views? No. Let's face it, none of us are getting rich off YouTube except for Jeffree Star, and those days are over.
Do you want to bet Ashley Clare by Saturday week? It's coming up. There'll be a sex tape out there. You want to? I bet you there will be. We've already found the titties today.
Yeah, but
That
they're
she's
going to
only
pump each
preparing
other
it.
up. They're not going to say anything bad about each other.
Oh yeah, of course. Bet you that'll happen. Is I thought first of all Vinny was supposed to be going with him, as in Sammy's Vinny. Now he's not going. It's just the two girls and Vinny.
Oh, Lord.
They're both going to come home pregnant, and then it's all over.
They probably, there probably is no
They're-
chance of that.
Imagine if they did. Two of them pregnant with Vinnies.
Well, hi, Brock. Tracy,
Hey,
anybody I
Brock.
didn't get to say hello to. Hello, Susan. Thank you for coming and listening to Marie tell
Hey,
her
Jillian.
story finally.
There's
know,
more
from-
that I could
from
add.
Chan.
There's more that I could add, Coco, but like there's only so much you can remember. But when you're trying to fight the lies, oh, the only reason that kicked me off today was Triggered Minds, G Mango and him, and they were up there lying to Mama Tree saying I did all this shit. I own what I did, what I didn't do, I didn't do. Prove it.
Right.
And plus, Vinny G and Michelle Star both have said that I've been on panels here giving out about my life, cribbing about my children and their disease, and asking for payday. Tell me where, give me the stream link, give me the time link, give me the timestamp.
I have never
Whatever.
seen that. Never, never, never. I've heard you talk about your son to certain people who are interested when he was getting
Paper Mac.
operated on because we were interested and wanted to know that he was okay.
And like that, they talk about my husband being in the community. He runs in his own, he's down around boy, he's doing his own thing. He's a few friends up here. He's allowed in social media too. He can do it. And he came on here because they were at his kids.
Yeah. And for anyone, I don't know, just people, please, if you see something that's truly, truly wrong, you have the right to say so. You have the right to say how you really feel. You do. And
Stewie, did you block my husband, Stewie?
Did he? No.
He can't type in here. He's laughing anyway. Him and Stewie are friends. It's fine.
Oh, okay. He said no, Marie.
My husband is really quiet compared to me. Really quiet. We're opposite ends. I'm really crazy. He's really quiet.
But I don't know. And I personally think the more I sat and thought about it, I would never, ever, ever in a million years have anything to do with people like them. If someone wants to, and that really bothered me. The biggest thing that bothered me with Sammy was how she was with her daughter, how she said she slept with her with no clothes on, how she said she kissed her rear end and the back of her neck. That made me sick. Because no matter what anybody says, that's not normal. You don't kiss an 11-year-old on her naked butt and the back of her neck. You do not put your hand down the crack of her butt like a credit card machine. I just can't imagine how invasive that is, being a little kid with a big, sloppy, drugged up person.
Mother licking on you.
It just, I couldn't believe it. And that's when Sammy and I really went at it.
Do I sound better? No.
You have to shut the sound off on something.
Can you hear me? Am I echoey?
I am.
Okay.
Oh, no, not now.
Let me. Okay.
Guys, I'm echoing.
No, you're not echoing. Am I echoing? Will you listen? Are we echoing? You're just sitting there like, put the headphones in first, stab you with the spiral.
Somebody in the side chat say whether you can hear us echo, please. Sweet said, I hope he takes all his money with Sammy. Does it happen to break into toilets?
You're echoing, Coco, so I'm going to come out and come back in again. I'll drop
Okay.
out and come back in.
All right. Sorry, guys. It was me, probably. Is that better?
I'm back.
Is that better? Yes.
Yes.
Oh, and so for them to all get together, I think they should get together, and I think they should all stay together. I can't get involved in any of that
Here,
craziness.
when
And once she
today,
was,
oh
now go,
Jesus!
Marie.
Now am I echoing?
No.
So
What do
today,
you?
Sammy Prepper came in Sam Telfer's chat, Coco,
Oh,
and
I hope
the
Sam
big
told her what.
fuck you Irish and your drama and this and that, and Sam's like, get up and panel, and Sammy's like, I'll go and panel if Irish goes, and I'm like, I'll go and panel if Sammy goes. So I just went up there and I told Sam who she was, what she did to Canuck Lady, the shit that she's done, how she's lost her channel. And then she went live and said that Sam had given her loads of subs and that now she's over 5,004 subs, and she went live to celebrate with a picture of Marie's teddies.
Yeah, I want to see that. I don't believe that at all.
It's in Twitter. The
No,
pictures.
I mean, I want to see her sub count because I do not believe that.
But like, who cares if she has 5,000 subs? She only has the same 5 people that talk to her.
I know,
She
but
never has anybody else in there.
That's all she does is lie. Oh, I can't stand them.
And you know what? I think it's a lie too, Coco. It's a lie to bug Beck because she lost her channel, and it will bug Beck. You know, it wouldn't bug us, but it will bug Beck.
Oh. Yeah, maybe it will. Beck keeps getting. And now, you see how seriously he's targeting Beck? He really goes for the weakest link, I think. He goes for who he thinks he's going to upset the most.
It's anybody with a pair of boobs and a vagina, Vinny G will go for. He will never stand up against a man. He never has on YouTube fought a man.
No, because how about the whole money thing with Tucker? Did he ever even question Tucker? Didn't he supposedly give a bunch of money?
To 2,000, rounded up to 1,500, which is probably a couple of $100 because he's such a liar. He gave to Tucker and he never questioned it. But he knows he was probably involved in the photoshopping of the fake fucking PayPals and everything else.
That's another thing. Jessica Moo Moo Mouth is known for faking screenshots and photoshopping. She's known for faking screenshots, and she thinks she's got, I don't know. I just don't know where these people, they're not normal. I can't. We just need to do something fun. Guys, are we due? And Sweet 666, you cracked me up when I saw you get out of breath lifting a dumbbell. I died.
I said to my husband, did she really fucking pull her back? And we were both roaring laughing. He literally lifts up that bell. He's like, 32 pounds, everybody. Look at me. I'm so. And he lifts it up twice and he pulls his shoulder or his back. Falls over nearly.
Well, to be fair.
And you know when he's talking, he's lying. So when his lips are moving and he's like, Beck, you can't lose any weight if you starve yourself. You'll never, talking about Beck's weight, first of all, he's a man. How dare you? You'll never lose weight and have a perfect body like me. Shut the fuck up, Vinny. The only reason that you lost weight was because you can't taste food.
Chicken legs.
So you're not eating.
But
you'd still be a fat fuck.
It would be really good for his legs. But I'm not going to get into the talking.
We'll just start the rumor about Vinny G since he just lies about everyone else. He didn't have no stroke. He had gastric band surgery, and that's why he was in hospital. There you go. There's my 2 cents.
You want to
remember that
rumor?
Bariatric surgery, everybody.
I don't know. It's just crazy. And then every time we try to go to do something fun, it's like they enjoy toxicity. They thrive off the chaos. And certain personality disordered people, that's how they roll. They really do. It's so natural to them, and they're so used to that behavior that it's comforting. And some people, they get a high and then it calms them down when they explode. There's
I think
personality disorders
definitely
that really do that.
something from it. His behavior is not normal. That rocking back and forth, taking off his
Oh,
clothes. That's not
no,
normal, dude.
no,
And there's no way that if you live in Australia, you're going to redden a fire to make yourself sweat so much that you have to take off your clothes. Nobody does that. That's just weird.
and what's the whole thing with taking your clothes off? To me, you know,
He's trying to give a dance. Look at me. I'm a great big man. I have my new bachelor pad. Woo, I'm going to see Sammy at the weekend. Woo woo. That house isn't his. That house is his friend Tony's. He doesn't have a house to call his own. He's an idiot and a fool. That's all I gotta say about them. And all them dogs and stuff that he showed the other night and all the machinery and everywhere. That's where he told me he lived. That's the land that he owned. They were no, sorry, there was no dogs. He never told us he owned the dogs. Those dogs are belong to Tony. All that land is belonged to Tony, and he told me in Kersey that he owned that land and that he was a Brussels sprouts farmer. There's just more lies to it. So that's Tony's house that he's living in. So obviously the house has either been sold or he has left the house so that his wife and kids can go back in there.
it's so attention seeking. It really is.
And come here, when I was live over in Sam's, okay, this morning, Coco, I was talking about Canuck Lady's trailer leaking and what she needed money to fix in her trailer. So Sammy went live and decided to say that I was talking about Marie's trailer and had a leak in it, and that I said that her house was a sub box or something. I never even said those things about anybody. I was talking about Canuck's trailer only. She
Listen,
lies so much, Sammy. I swear to God.
did you hear, guys? Did you hear her whole thing? And did you see how she tried to make my subscriber look like she was talking about me? She can't follow along on a video. What I put that comment up for was the woman was a flying monkey doing a narcissist bidding. That's what it was up for, not to. She can't even follow a video.
Oh, but sure, look, we're only trying to get famous off Sammy's back. She's so famous.
Yes, she is. Did you
She's
hear?
so fucking deluded.
So I went into Vinny's because that's what he said. Somebody's getting famous. And I said, so since when are you famous, Vinny?
Oh, and she said in Sammy's chat, I'm a wanted woman on panel. I don't be ordered on any panel. I'm asked on loads of people's panel. It's a privilege to have me on panel. Something in that context, probably not the same verbalism. She said to Sam, and Sam boosted her. That never even fucking happened. Another lie. That never happened. She never said that to Sam.
No.
That RDA, she said that she was so popular, not RDA, that doofus guy, Real News something, that guy, Coco, the glasses, and the ball in his mouth.
He's birds of a feather. Yes, I know.
His guy that had sex with that girl and all that controversy was out there.
Yes.
Yes. That fella wanted her on panel and Sam wasn't good enough. What the fuck? Does anybody even watch him anymore, that fella? I'm not even sub to him.
No. Crazy Cat said, Scummy saying she outraged over the white cop kneeling on a black dude's neck, but goes on about Coco being a 600-pound black woman. Don't hate me because I'm beautiful. Such a moron when there's people that are on here that have seen me.
Then she said that Black lives don't matter everybody in America was a pack of cunts, and it should be all fucking lives matter. Vinny G said the same. Fuck the black people. They're
Yeah,
so
I saw
racist.
that.
I
They
do not think
really
that.
are. Well, you see, that's the whole thing. You're calling me a black woman, black, as an insult. Well, it may be an insult to you, Tammy and Benny. That's how you know that they really are racist, because she's
Oh, they are
using
like.
the color as a racist. And Stewie being a
Didn't
dirty
Vinny G
Mexican.
meet a Muslim person and laughed about it on YouTube?
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, how disgusting
They,
can you get? What did he do again? He cooked both the meats in the same place.
ooh,
Remember, Vinny
cooked.
G gave pork to a Muslim.
Oh, he said he cooked pork. He made
cooked
pork and
the Muslim.
gave it to them.
Like, who would even do that? Like, that's like completely against their religion. Completely.
Yes, sure is. Could you make me one, please? Sorry, guys.
Like, come and live in your wardrobe. I just want to go on holidays to Brock. Just like for a week. She can pamper me.
Oh, yeah.
So
and then her saying something about Brockovich.
She didn't know who she was.
Of course
She didn't know who Brock was. Wasn't she on many? Wasn't Brock up there many times and she showed her house and stuff? Yes. How didn't she know who Brock was?
We all know guys. They all do.
Oh, have you seen the live stream from today, Coco?
No. It really
she was really high. She was really high. The nose twitching, the clearing her throat. There was no camera put on. It was really bad. She was giggling inappropriately to herself. It was all a bit weird, but she was high. All the stuff she does, and she's high. Drink, 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 sniff, 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 rub the nose, cough, cough, cough. She was doing all that.
You know what? Here's the thing. They're going to keep partying, and their behavior is going to get worse and worse because they can't control themselves when they are not partying. You know what I mean? They can't control themselves when they're not under the influence.
What happens when she wastes all Bob's money and all Marie's money and there's nothing left?
Yep. And the whole thing with Marie.
I think the same thing. I think it's all just bullshit. How can they be happy sitting on that side of the bed all day long, every day? They even watch movies in that small little bed. Weird.
And speaking the way she does in the home with Candace there and complain. In one hand, she'll say she's in a private school and she's got it so great. And on the next breath, she can't tell time. Well, maybe get offline and teach her daughter how to tell time.
Sweet, somebody that makes another woman pull their top up, takes a picture of their tits and plasters them on YouTube. That's some sort of Stockholm syndrome bullshit going on there. That's not normal.
Does anybody want to come up with us?
Can you imagine it, Lottie, sleeping in a single bed? Me and my husband used to do it before we ever lived together. He's sleeping. We weren't allowed to sleep together because we weren't married. So he'd to sleep in the single bed and I'd have to get into the single bed with him for a little roly-poly in the middle of the night so Mama wouldn't know. And then back out again. I couldn't imagine sleeping alone. I have a king-size bed anyway. I take over the most of it.
Mm-hmm. Sweet, do you want to come up? Ashley, Lottie, anyone?
Hey, Tracy.
Brockovich. And get your 2 cents up.
It's only 30% heart capacity, Tracy, not 40. 30, apparently.
The church a tree. Yeah. And they hate it. They're going to go after Marie for her accent. Come on.
They want me to come up. Why? What needs do ye have to see me? I have no needs for any of them people to see me. When I do speak to people, I do cam up. So that is bullshit that they're going around with. Oh, Marie's never shown her face. I've been on panels. I ain't going to make no video for Sammy Prepper just so that she can see me because she wishes she had me.
And how about what they said about Kalea? Ashley said, I guarantee my girl's rack is better. So really, Ashley, did you have to say that? Now she's going to make another video and try to. And how about that? Why are you trying to throw your sexuality or your sex life in other people's faces? Nobody wants to know. Who cares?
How can she say that she's lesbian and talk about Ashley being lesbian derogatively? How does that work? I didn't think you would do that. I thought, like, you're lesbian, you're for all the lesbians and you're for all the gays out there. You're not just selective and just happy for yourself and everybody else is disgusting around you.
Listen,
the gays, when she says
about video, every single thing she said about me is exactly what she's doing. They project. I can't even, these people are wacky.
When she said about the PJs that she bought them off an autistic gay man in Australia, while Beck buys Jeffree Star palettes from a gay man in America. Why? Why is she doing that? I don't get it. What does the gayness have to do with anything?
They want attention really, really desperately, where they don't care if it's negative. They enjoy it.
The whole weekend, next weekend, everybody get your screen recorders ready, clear out your storage, get your 44 hard drives out, dust them down, get ready for the weekends.
Honey, let me tell you, I am not wasting my time or my video, my storage space on my computer. Nothing. I don't care. I'm not watching. If I'm not making a video, I'm not watching the trash.
Oh, it's like chocolate to me.
I can't.
Like chocolate. I'm like,
once you've been making videos on someone and going through and having to cut little pieces, then it gets so annoying. It gets on your nerves. I don't ever want to hear her voice.
I don't know why she's gay, bro. I don't know. I don't get it.
There's nothing wrong with black. There's nothing wrong with gay. There's nothing wrong with trans. There's not.
Mexican.
There's nothing wrong with Jewish people, but yet.
My husband was called a Jew, guys. They called my fucking husband a Jew. Sammy said that he should go back to Auschwitz. What did you say? Sorry, I laugh so hard. But they called you Lurch.
So brilliant. They're so smart, aren't they?
The family, and they told him that he needs to go back to Auschwitz because he looks like he was born in the 1940s. While Sammy, you sit there with your perfect husband that has no pain, no chronic illness, that doesn't have a job, while my husband has a chronic illness and goes out to work nearly 6 days a week. Fuck you, bitch.
But the really, truly sad thing, and then I'm not going to say anymore, is they really should be teaching that little girl, and they're not going to. And I have to stop. I can't. There's nothing I can do about it. But it is sad. I can't imagine what goes through her mind being in that home and watching her mother poke at somebody's boobs like she's a prepubescent boy. I don't know. It's weird. She already sings songs. And, we all heard the song that she sang. And that's because she thought it was okay to sing that song. She thought it was funny. And it's sad.
What was the song?
The one she did on Sean's channel. The She sang a really vile, racist song.
Oh, I
Because,
missed that.
yeah, and she
Coco, have
thought
you
it was a
seen
joke.
Coco? Have you seen Generation Productions video?
No.
Oh God, he's posted videos to us, Coco, telling us to stop the drama. It's all our fault. Leave it be. Take down our videos and stop talking about it. I'm like, Dan, what group of mine are you in to tell me what to do?
Well, he's not. He doesn't understand either. That's why I don't take, huge offense at what.
Yes, me neither.
Yeah, because he's not. He gets confused, and they
Yeah,
play his mind. They play with him like he's a toy,
of course
and
they
that's
do.
what I'm saying. How wrong are you to even go after a person like him?
I wouldn't. I have a brother like him, so I'm not into that.
No, because it's just not right, and all of them will. Vinny, Sammy's trying to say that Jessica fooled her into giving his address. I don't believe that for a single second. They doxed him because they wanted to. Just, I don't know. It's ridiculous.
Of course, it is.
What are you going to do, though? Nothing, right?
I think it's time. Like I think it's like it's out there now, Coco. I think you just gotta keep your eyes open and see who goes where and who does what, and who supports who, and go from there. I think that's my thing. I'm never gonna shut up. He's not gonna threaten and silence me.
And who was the one that went on Wendy V's channel saying all that stuff about Beck? Beck did say some nasty stuff about him, but they're not saying
She
anything
didn't
that
do
he said about her.
He did his stuff to himself. That woman's name was Tracy, and obviously she owns Once a Liar, Always a Liar. She owns that channel, and obviously Beck struck the channel and got the videos removed or something like that. And
Oh,
they're obviously that crew of people that I never knew watched. I don't know. These people, as far as I thought, they weren't on YouTube anymore. That group of people are Screw You and others in the chat and Beck's chat. So
and
I think
they play other people's streams too. They'll play full footage without transforming it. So you can't do that. You have to transform.
I never even knew that she struck that channel.
I didn't either. She never said anything to me. I didn't really watch it, so I didn't know it was gone until they said something. But
Yeah,
the
but
truth is,
her name is Tracy. She used to be around in the Truth for the Trisha days.
oh, I didn't know her. I don't know a lot of people. I'm getting to know. I don't know.
That's
Leslie Ann said, I still can't believe he was Dolphin.
he was what?
Dolphin.
Oh, Dolphin.
And I don't know. I kind of ran out of steam because after you go on, they're just so draining, aren't they? They're like, the negativity is draining. Like, are they ever happy? Every time you look on one of their videos, they're really like nasty. They are. They're nasty. They have a foot on their face, and it's ridiculous.
Kika, you have a second account called Jasmine Star. Is that you in that account? I have no idea. I think it's you. Does anybody see that account around? Is it called Jasmine Star? I think so. Is that you, sweet Kika? Have you got two accounts? She doesn't go into other people's chat. She was in Sam's though this morning, Crazy Cat, after she called Sam vulgar shit. And then I said to Sam, she called you a cunt and other things. Here's Coco's videos. And she's like, they're not on here. She never said anything about me. I thought you'd put them on video. But maybe it was that my husband cut it and has it. She was definitely somewhere talking about Sam Telfler. Sammy was. Do you remember that, Coco?
talking rotten about Sam. She talks rotten about everybody. And then she'll try to act like she's their friend. Look what she did to Savage. She did it to Savage. She did it to Yabba. She said all kinds of stuff about
Kit
Yabba
Kat,
to
it
her
looks
face.
like
No, she didn't.
Kit Kat, it looks like you in that picture on that account. It really does. I actually thought it was you, that Jasmine.
Remember when you called her a narcissist? Is it? Yes, yes, because she was displaying all the characteristics. She really was. The woman meets the criteria, whether she likes it or not. It's a fact. You couldn't deny it. I put it right up there. And that's sweet when I said in my last video, when I had a clip of who was that? Sharing is caring. She said I tried to make it look like sharing and caring was talking about her. No, I didn't. I was saying she was a flying monkey that Sammy recruited her.
My God, she's a flying monkey.
That
Sharing
woman
is caring.
did not follow along on a video to save her life. She can't. She's fried. You know, it is what it is. But don't try to twist it into something it's not. I mean, really.
A 19-hour live stream, and she agreed with most. She said today that she only ever streams for 10 and 12 hours a day because she was waiting for her girl, and now she's got her. She doesn't need YouTube anymore.
Well, I noticed she's been on YouTube a lot more by herself. Because when I was poking around for the clips, a lot of them were alone.
Ooh.
Maybe because Marie is, getting chummy with Vinny.
And she's getting chummy with her husband.
That would be karma, ladies, would it not? Karma. And if you can hear my fan, I can't help it. It's too hot here.
Here's the thing, like, Marie ran away with the next door neighbor, okay? From her first marriage, ran away with the next door neighbor. And now she's with Sammy. Who's to say she's not going to run away with fucking Vinny? Take off in the mobile home, the three of them. Vinny, her, the kid, and the animals gone. Leave Sammy sitting there all by herself, stuck on the bed.
Yep,
Could happen.
Sammy's there on video while she's building her relationship with Vinny. Oh, that'd be funny. Sweet said, Sammy, your lips are repulsive. Please wear them.
Emoji lips, guys. I did not tell you.
You know what her lips look like a cat walking away from you.
Coco, her teeth that cost so much money, and they were mold, like they weren't mold like all ordinary people's teeth, and she paid hundreds of dollars more. They don't even fit in her mouth. She used to hold them in when she's talking. She's constantly moving them with her tongue. She's no top lip when she puts them in, and all you can see is the bottom of them, the bottom teeth. You can't see the top teeth, and you can't see her top lip. They are the worst teeth ever. She might as well have gone to Wish.
I know. I think who did a video on that? I think Rich Lux with those fake teeth.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he did it way back. He did a video. But I have to say, better teeth than no teeth, I guess. At least they're clean looking. But she better make sure she cleans them, otherwise she'll be getting an infection in her mouth. And speaking of infections...
Listen, Lady Beekeeper, I've seen you around the place writing a lot about me. Do I even know you? I just want to ask her that before I'd answer any question of hers.
Can you talk about how repulsive Scarlett is?
I think he got off face as well lately. Vinny did.
Has he changed though? Because the stuff that he was doing with Stacey was way before any stroke thing.
Well, Beekeeper, you're not open-minded when you're running around the drama or the true crime community talking about me. I've seen you do it. So you're biased before you even ask any questions. And no, I'm not going to answer your question. Okay? I've seen you. I've seen Marianne Stockholm. I've seen Hello Starlight. None of you fucking know me. I'm here 4 fucking years. Fuck off and stop talking about me and giving your opinions about me.
Oh, they
I hate these fuckers like think they know everything about you and they're chatting about you here and there. You know nothing about me. Well, you don't want to hear. I'm not going to answer your questions, Lady Beekeeper,
I
because you're
signed it.
biased.
Leslie Ann said he's so different. Well, maybe he came on, with the mask and it just dropped.
Oh,
You
he's
know
so
what I mean? You
different.
can't
He's
keep
all
it
about
up. You'll
Coco. He hated
eventually show who you
e-beggars.
really are.
He hated e-beggars. He would never give money to anybody. His money was for his family. He's dropped thousands around the community, so he has.
And he's very selective with who he drops to. And then he wants to take it back and act, he acts like they owe him something. He acted like Sam Telfer owed him something because he left her a tip. No.
Sure, he did. He said on G Mangoes that he's gonna take back the money from Wendy and Diane's channel. He was gonna, whatever you do, recall it or however you get the money back on your end. I don't know. I'm not persuading her of anything, Flint. If she mattered, I'd say something, and she doesn't. And I have screenshots of her for days. I can post them on Twitter of stuff that she said about me.
Well, she said Marie isn't trying to persuade anyone. She's just telling her story, which is right. She's telling her story.
I was friends with him, and he wasn't like that, Lady Beekeeper. He wasn't like that, okay? And then he turned into this horrible person, okay? He was sneaky and slimy like all the rest of us.
Well, see, that's what happens a lot. And people will try to say you're a flip-flopper when you're not. Flip-flopping
This is what
is
he
going
does,
back and
Coco.
forth.
He takes
No.
women under his wing, okay? This is what him and Hondo do. They take women under their wings to teach them how to troll. And they pretend that they are troll ringleaders. They sit at this round table and they're constantly teaching you how to be desensitized to fighting, how to be desensitized to people talking shit to you, saying shit about you and your family. That's what they teach people. This is how he's able to lure in the young ones. And I'm talking young, I'm talking me and Kirsty. We were young when we came around here. He lured us in on all these pretentious lies and bullshit. And I prove I don't want to be his friend anymore. Simple as that.
And that's very fair.
Suspicious of what, Lady Beekeeper? I asked Vinny G. I never liked him from the start. I was always suspicious of Vinny G. I only stuck in there because my best friend on here, I stuck in that friendship was because she liked him so much. And you all know why she liked him, because she felt that he was like daddy, daughter, whatever. You all know. Everybody knows. I stuck it out for her. She's a cunt like him now. They can all roll together. I'm done with her too. Goodbye to her. Don't ever come back around here again.
And he's put up pictures of her trying to shame her. He's no one's friend.
To draw her stupid domestic violence photos. Not that domestic violence is stupid. That whole story is just bullshit. Okay? He's threatened to drop her pictures of her with a damaged eyebrow just to be a cunt. And he knows that she's got issues.
Her eyebrows
and he
damaged.
knows that she's got issues, and she doesn't want people to see her. And anybody that's friends with her knows that she's got these issues, and she doesn't want her photos on social media. So he's only threatening her, and it has worked because he's kept her quiet. He's kept her off panels. He's kept her. She's not talking about it. She's not around the place. So it worked with her. He's not going to do it to me. I'm not going to be silenced. And to me, I don't want other women from the true crime community or all these communities that we're all mixed up in, that we don't want nothing to do, they're stuck here. These new people that he's going to do this to, going to say, oh, I'm going to teach you how to be a troll, lure him in. They do his dirty work then. They go on the panels, what were we doing? Running his mouth. We were his nasty little yuppies on the sides. That's the way he was training us up. That's what he wanted us to do. I'm a yuppie anyway. I don't need anyone to train me up, but I've got a big mouth myself.
He's so ridiculous.
He's a predator. That is my definition. He is a predator. True and fucking true.
I agree. He said nasty things about Kalea, Briar Rose, Blue Topaz, Sammy, Marie, me, Beck, you name it. Ashley,
Mama Bear, yeah.
There's so many that it was so unnecessary. Like, what's the point? If somebody doesn't want to watch you anymore, they don't. And they don't have to. If someone finally figured out your behavior or see you for who you are and you're just not their cup of tea, then you're not. You know, you can go around and call them names and drag them if they have an opinion on your nasty behavior. That's not going to make them come and watch your channel. So get a grip.
It's a control.
He's went after so many.
It's a control thing, though. If he has you in your midst, he will go to bat for you. So you won't say boo about anybody. So just like he put Queen Bee to the forefront for easy pickings. That's exactly what he did. He rubbed her in everybody's faces. He took away Kirsty's range. Everybody knows she was spastic.
Yes.
He deliberately did things so that we would attack the fuck out of Queen Bee. And yes, we attacked the fuck out of Queen Bee. She's a bitch anyway, but he put her to the forefront for easy pickings. She's not the first, and she won't be the last woman he'll do that to.
No. Sweet said, Sammy's mad. I got Ashley Clare when she tried for years.
He deliberately got her drunk, Coco, and on many occasions that girl got up on his panel and showed her tits to people. She says, and she thought that she was on a private with him. She didn't know she was up in the panel because she was so drunk. She says that I've talked about her kids. The only thing I ever said about her kids was I was in a Hangouts call in a group, and one night, really late, I clicked on the group. I was put in. She was in there. She was drunk, like she was on Jenny Jen's panel. That. One second, Coco.
All right. Ashley said the fat shaming and jokes disgust me, but you have to take it where it comes from, Ashley.
I'm back. So I clicked that call, and was edited into the call, and she was on screen showing her tellies to someone. She was drunk like she was on Ginny Jim's panel, and her kids were running around the place in that place. That's the only thing I've ever said about her kids. I've not even said the sex of them, whether they're male, female. I've never said. That's the only thing I've ever said about her kids. That's it.
Take care, Kit Kat. He attacks people's looks and bullies, like bullies in a playground, because they can't do anything else, and they would never say it to your face, ever. You know, that's exactly what they're like, little kids. That's where they are. They have no emotional development. You know what I mean? So let them go. Who cares? And yes, it shows their character. And it was showing so long, and I think people wanted so much for her to be somebody she wasn't, and Vinny too. And it is what it is. People got duped, and that's just how it, you know what I mean? And the whole thing with her giving money in her fake charity channel, that was a joke.
That was another fib scam.
Should I? I'm echoing. I'm going to drop out and come back, or do you want to, Marie?
I'll go. I can come back again.
All right. Come back, Marie. He's the guy left out when real men do things together. Yes. Because he gives the real men the creepy crawlies. I would imagine. Marie, where are you? I'm waiting for you so I can. Add to the stream. Okay.
Am I better? Away?
It was me, hon. It wasn't you. For some reason, I'm echoing.
And there goes Lady Beekeeper over to rat us all out to scumbag. Told you she was a bitch.
Oh, let her go. She just
I told you she comes in here fucking questioning me. Fuck off with your half truths and your own narrative. She said.
And she went on. How about when she went on that she paid Ashley to go do her stuff? Hey, and Ashley, just so you know, I happen to have checked that video. You didn't rush. You were in there like 30, 40 minutes. How long did she want you to be in there? For your lifetime? Are you there, Marie?
I'm here, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, God, echo again.
Are you? You're not echoing to me.
I can hear it on my end. Let me put in these headphones again.
All right. She was a bee to Yabba the other night. I'm going to go out and come back.
Okay, I'll take over the stream.
All right.
Everybody get ready to see my teddies. Vinny G is streaming us, screaming at me to show my face on camera. Vinny, you can't handle my prettiness.
Hello. No,
Hello,
he can't.
perfect.
He can't. He had to go live to try to get some views.
He's live telling us to show ourselves on cam. Show yourself on cam.
That's
Please
none of your
don't show
business. Why you want something to back to?
My thing to Vinny G would be, please turn your cam on, you cunt. We don't want to see you dancing anymore like a fucking peacock, you gobshite. In your man tight.
It's like he thinks he's at a rave.
Come here, Coco. I've got screenshots of when he wears his red underpants, okay? He puts a little sock in there. When he wears the whitey tighty, he don't put the sock in there at all.
He had his finger in the crack of his butt. He probably wanted to sniff his fingers like Sammy did that time.
When he was going around the place in that white beater top with no underpants on, there's actually a white stain where his penis would meet the t-shirt. So he's obviously flapping off at one stage and he didn't bother to wipe up properly. He was going around for 3 or 4 days in the same white beater's vest with the same print on it. A white.
Oh, man. I think he's just hoping. What is that?
I think that he loves me and he can't have me, and that's his issue.
Well, it seems odd that he goes after you harder than anyone else. So I was kind of wondering.
Because I'm the one that's going to react and scream and roar and bring him views and That's why I wouldn't go on Wendy's panel with him. I won't let him talk down to me. No, he won't. I wanted to get my story out cool, calm, and collective.
Well, that's the truth too. And when he says everybody can go up, I said I never. What did he say? I never rejected anyone that wanted a link. Yes, he has. He ignores people in his chat. He tells his own viewers that he's not part of any community. He stands alone. Do you really? Because then why are they there? Because you're glorious?
No. Who are they though? Like they're like 9, 10
reality
people.
check.
there are 9, 10 people that go in there and they have no values. Like
No,
they
they
don't, they couldn't,
obviously not.
they couldn't have, and they couldn't have morals. And the people that talk to him and associate with him in other chats, they're just as disgusting. That's why there's people in here that I've known for 3, 4 years I'll never speak to again, even in this chat, because they support
Spirit
him behind the
assault.
scenes. Oh, Nikki Rev has posted something. Do you
I
know
don't
that she
know.
do you know that she fell out of sobriety? Coco is very sad actually. She's been sober for numerous of years and she kind of fell off the wagon the weekend.
Well, it's up to her to get back on it.
Well, yeah, I think just people should just cut her a bit of slack. Because people are always picking on her because of the TT bullshit. It's not easy.
No, I don't think. No, I
Nikki
don't know
Red,
how Trisha
everybody
loves. She must love attention to be on here through all of that garbage. Trisha.
Yeah, Coco.
Crazy Cat said, "Why is he dancing around like that? Very odd behavior." Yeah, it is.
Look, he said something on a panel about the cocaine, that he's taken lines of cocaine. Maybe that's how he's lost all his weight, is from sniffing cocaine. Like, the behavior is not normal. It could be a stimulant doing it, or it could be the stroke. I don't know. I've never been around anyone that's had a stroke.
Could you imagine if a stroke made you dance like that?
Could you imagine? And like, lots of old people get strokes like it. They don't change like that. I've never heard of someone going the way that he has after having a stroke.
No, I think he's just attention seeking.
I think Crazy Cat, he came out of this marriage and he thought like he was a great man on YouTube and he was going to get loads of punani, and it just didn't happen for him, and it hasn't happened for him. And he's even brought women into his house who are like transients and fed him booze and fucking weed and everything. Nothing's happened. He's never going to get laid unless he's got to pay for it. Maybe Sammy and Marie might crack the egg the weekend, probably.
You know, I have to say one thing though, you know, because he's probably listening.
He is listening.
The alcohol use can cause another stroke, and another stroke can be fatal. So as long as you're aware of that, you do you.
I think the drinking has shocked me, because the Vinny G that I knew and the shenanigans he used to carry on with, he would go live on a Friday night with Hondo and Mojo up in panel, and them two would be drinking and singing and playing music, and Vinny G would be drinking Ribena, pretending that he was drinking red wine and pretending that he was drunk up in panels, so that people would come in and start drama and so that they could start the war with somebody. All bullshit. So half the drinking probably isn't true, and then the other half is. Like, you can tell when he's really drunk.
It's just it's not healthy. You know what I mean? Not like I said, that's not my business. Just like Sammy, she could do until she ODs. That's on her. I wouldn't wish it on a person, but if you continue the behavior when you know the risks, you know, there's nothing anybody can do about it. But it doesn't give you a right to drag everybody because of your youth, because of your behaviors, because of your youth. No. Because naturally, not everybody is a happy drunk. You know what I mean? Not everybody gets giggly when they drink. They can get very negative, and I think a lot of that goes on YouTube, because think about it. We have millions of people on YouTube. Everybody's here doing their own thing. But if your youth is going to cause you to go after other people's children or attack people that you shouldn't be attacking, then you need to check yourself. Get off YouTube. And if you have a mental illness and you cannot control yourself, then, your carer or whoever should get you off. I don't
But
understand
is
why
it
this is.
also sad though, like I said, Coco, because if she was so happy, Sammy, wouldn't she not take the drugs? But she can, she's still high. So obviously she's not happy in what she's got now.
I think that when her life would be easier not taking the drugs than taking them is when she'll stop.
Hmm.
It's too easy for her to continue her life the way it is. Once it started getting more difficult for her, she would start looking into other options. But nobody cares about what she does. Nobody
Obviously
cares.
not. I mean, when she was live, Coco, today, she was telling people about a sex liaison she was having with Marie inside in the shower. We don't want to know that. We don't want to know about her boobs. I mean, making a comment on it is trolling. We're trolling you, Sammy. Like, nobody cares about her titties. Stop showing them. It's weird. Who
It's
does that at your age?
it's
Stop it. You're not 16.
That's right. It's very strange. And
And why,
it's like
Marie,
she
you do
wants people
why,
to talk
why,
about it.
Marie, you definitely must have something wrong with you to say that you would stand there, let her take a picture of your breasts and post them
Yes.
on YouTube for drama. And she go around to Sammy Prepper's chat saying that I'm drama, drama, drama. What the fuck?
It's attention seeking. They are, maybe no one showed them attention, but this is not the attention that your average person would want. But they
And
do. They enjoy it.
I don't get it. I wouldn't feel my needs in life anyway.
But you see, when
No.
you have other things, you don't have to go online and you don't have to show everybody what your sexuality is, how your sex life is. She talks about all these things, but I can't stop going back to this. But your daughter doesn't know how to tell time. Your daughter doesn't know enough not to sing a song on a live stream that's racist. It's just,
And to say the word ain.
yes, yes, it's sick.
To get some more deodorant, please.
And doesn't anybody find it strange that she did buy a bunch of pajamas instead of clothes? Don't you want to go out and live life?
I I'm not stressed out anymore, Claire, over it. I just want it out there. I want people to know the truth. And then he can't get any more new victims. I suppose we'll say the word victims. And it's the kids. I mean, if he fought with me every day, he can go live every day and call me a fat little hobbit that lives in a little village in Ireland. Do you think I care? Do you think I
Right.
care if he calls me a leprechaun? I don't care. Leave my kids alone. And leave my dead father alone, just like you said on G Mangoes, you were going to dig up my dead dad and my grandfather. You fucking weirdo. My father's dead with 28 years. Leave it be. I didn't even know my father for him to be ragging on my father. He died before I got to know him. I was only 4.5.
Hi out on the wire. Marie, you know what? You've shown yourself to be who you are. Those who like and care about you do. Those, even those that don't admit that it's wrong, to talk about little kids, little kids. Even if they don't say it publicly, they know that's wrong. That's
And just when going back to the screenshot of what Beck said, he's added to that now and said that she said that they were raped in the butt and that they were bleeding all over the place in the shower. He's taken Sammy's story of what Beck said there and
and
linked it into his
twisted it.
own. That never happened. That wasn't said. She didn't say that. What she said was disgusting on its own. I would
Yeah.
never say something like that.
Mm-mm.
Ever. And if I was to go for his kids, they are all adults. My kids are not even teenagers. My youngest is 7, my oldest is nearly 12.
That's what I said. They're little. So you can't, what he says is just not congruent because he says, on one hand, I wanted to protect children, but you're bashing them. So it doesn't match up, Vinny. You can't be a child protector and a baby basher. It doesn't add up. And Sammy's
That's what I
doing
was
the
saying.
same thing.
That's what I was saying about Dave the Fisherman, Docs and Fod, and coming for Perplex's crowd and all that other stuff. And he's all for the kids and the people. Why doesn't he come from Vinny G? Because they're all capable and culpable behind the scenes. That's why.
Right. I agree. I would agree with that. I don't know,
Yeah.
Dave, but if you're not standing against the behavior, then you must agree with it. To a certain extent, you do. And that's not an okay way to fight. There are ways to argue, there are ways to disagree. Dragging in little people is not the way to do it. And also for Jessica, saying, why do you keep bringing up what you did, what I said about Sammy's kid? Because you said it. You should be humiliated. You should be embarrassed that you said her daughter wouldn't make it to heaven because she's obese. I don't know when you got this God complex that you think you can tell people when they're going to heaven. And that's another thing. Who do they think they're telling? Oh, you're Christian. They have no idea what a Christian is. Christians don't think they know everything. They think that they don't. They pray to a higher power. You know what I mean? That's bigger than themselves. I don't know. These people are just dimwits. And they're toxic.
Oh, Leno.
Has anyone looked in on Vinny G and is he dancing? I'm scared to look myself.
He is moving
Not
from
in
side
look.
to side, walking on hot coal. He's, hang on, is he touching his penis? No, that's unusual. He's not touching his penis now. But give him 5 minutes, he might rub it again. He's pointing at us with a stick in his hand.
Can he really reach it? I mean, his hands are really pudgy.
What was the song for the... Oh, God, there was a team for something he reminds me of us.
Do you see what I'm saying, though? We're having a conversation, and he's holding his pecker. I mean,
He's over there. He's holding his pecker and asking us questions, and we ain't even watching him. I don't know what he said. He looks like a monkey going back and forth, back and forth. Dance while you're at it. Dance for us, bitch. Vinny, you gimped out for Wendy, though. You drank that water and ate that bread and hoovered that floor, didn't you?
But that's the thing. Think about it, Marie. The next time, if you ever are going to get upset, just think about how ridiculous the whole thing really is. You know what I mean? Do you
5
have
more
to
rounds of water, baby? And off he goes, drink his water. What a gimp.
Yeah. Listen, whenever you're reduced to getting online and touching yourself is when you know that you're attention seeking and it's time to, I don't know, work on that.
Well, who's attracted to that little Willie? Please, somebody tell me. Is it cute when he stands there in a pair of woman's leggings with his little ball sack? And I mean little tiny ball sack. That's not cute. That's not sexy. That's disgusting.
How is he ever going to go on a date if somebody's got like screenshots of that? He thinks because he gets rid of them that nobody has any video footage. How are you ever going to be with anyone that has half a brain when you're on holding your pecker in your hand?
He's going to leave it. People aren't going to stop. The more people that find out about him, they're going to come for him. And he says, oh, I'm bite this, I'm bite that. He is not bite. You never see bite in there. They don't support him. He's an outcast. He was casted out of bite.
I don't know. It's just sick. It really is. You have him over there doing that, dancing in his underwear, poking at his pecker, and you have Sammy over there poking her girlfriend's
Who put that
boobs.
up?
I mean, what is this? This is like so surreal. Christina from Flint said, he's
Hold on
dressed
here.
like a 14-year-old boy auditioning for the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. And didn't he say they were like the four horsemen? Oh, please.
They are the four horsemen in their minds.
They're like, the way they were going at Stacy on that video, they look like, I don't know, weirdos. It's just, I don't know. Guys, aside from all of that.
Can I say something? They posted a link of me talking about Ginny Jin's husband. Okay, Ginny Jin wasn't married, so that wasn't her husband. Okay, do you want me to prove what she did to him, Vinny G? Do you want me to prove it? Do you want me to prove what stalking and harassment she did to that man before he committed suicide? Because it came from your people, you, Vinny. It came from you, all the information about her, didn't it? What she did to her ex, why he committed suicide, came from you, though. I'll pull the records, though. I'll pull them and I'll post them. I don't care.
Crazy Cat said he's bragging about wearing $60 track pants.
So if anybody has anything to say about what I said about Ginny Jin's non-imaginary husband, because he's not her husband, it came from Vinny G and what he told us. Ginny Jin stalked and harassed her ex-boyfriend till he took his own life. He left a note in a journal or whatever and said why he killed himself was over Ginny Jin. That came from Vinny G. There you go.
Aww.
There you go.
I don't know. It's sad.
And believe me, Ginny Jin, that is nothing compared to what you stood by and what you've done to my fucking kids. Okay? Bitch. Cottonmouth.
And I have to say, Jenny Jen, the only thing you did on your video was prove 100% that Marie did not say that about Vinny's kids.
She's so slow, it takes her. She's got cottonmouth. Takes her about 10 minutes to get a sentence out from all the pills that she's taking. She made an ass of herself. Didn't even research what the screenshots they were putting up or anything. A screenshot of Beck saying that is not me, you fucktards.
No, and then, I have to say, I don't know Hondo, but the way he was trying to make Ashley look bad. What? Hypocrite. You hypocrite.
Come here. He came for Boston Girl Bridget. He came for Boston Girl Bridget. He came for other people. He said things that weren't true, that never happened. He played a clip of Stewie saying that me and Moo had some accounts and they were the same. It was my husband fighting with Michelle on Stewie's video. Michelle star. He was talking to that account that she had of me, Irish Eyes, with my photo up in it. My husband, not me. And they lied and said it was me. Trolling Moo, and they said it was Moo, and it wasn't even Moo. Andrew Hondo is one of the 3 trolls who trolled Stacey. So he's trolled a mentally, what's the word?
Yes.
So he trolled a mentally ill woman for Vinny G's shenanigans. If you believe Vinny G's story, he was trolling Stacey with 2 other men, Hondo and Mojo. Okay, so this is who Andrew Hondo is.
And I believe it was attacking to cover up for Vinny.
Oh yeah, he was himself. They covered up for that affair when the story came out, so did it, that he'd been gone for his wife for 3 years. Oh, that's bullshit. None of that's true. He was with his wife.
Nobody said that Vinny had sex with Stacey. What they said was they had an emotional flirting affair, and they did. It was proven.
He told her he wanted her to be moist in the morning.
Yeah.
He wanted to see pictures of her shoulders. He loved when he was hard. He wished she was there with him.
The link, please.
Me.
Yeah.
Okay. 1 sec. If I get knocked out, hang on a second, Coco. I might get knocked out.
Okay. You better not. You better come right back. Just a second, guys. Because they don't call me glitchy for nothing. Na, 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 na. Aw, her husband, he is really nice. All right. Well, okay, Marie. Did you send it to
She's got it now.
Okay.
As I was saying, and when my husband was talking to Michelle Star, no Vinny, he wasn't trolling. He was on his Nidge account talking to Michelle, okay, who had an account as me, who Michelle admitted that she was, okay? She went around trolling for about 2 months on an account of me. I disappeared for 3 weeks. She was going around trolling. She's nasty. She is nasty, and she's nasty for the things she's doing and saying to Beck too. Leave her alone. Jesus.
Ashley, where are you? I'm waiting behind scenes.
Back because your skinny is not right, fucking Coco. Saying that to her that she has diabetes and rings around her neck and skin tags and all that shit. That's just nasty. And then to say
Who
that
does?
I'm
Sammy?
that Michelle Star, and then to say that I was uneducated and classless, and then in the next sentence say that she goes when kids bully her son at school, she goes to their parents' house and beats the shit out of the mothers. Is that normal?
No, she's such a liar. We saw when that mother said something to her. Sammy didn't say anything.
Michelle. I'm talking about Michelle, Coco.
Oh. Ashley, are you here? I clicked you on.
I'm here.
Well, hello.
Yeah.
Why can't I see you?
I don't know. I see you.
Do you? Let me see.
Well, I mean, I see that I'm on the panel.
We have a dancing monkey, Ashley.
I know, right?
Dance
Yeah,
first, Vinny.
I just wanted to come up really quickly because on Diane and Wendy's the other night, I didn't really get to finish what I was saying. I mean, through no fault of anyone, whatever. But Vinny just came up and kind of took over. But I just wanted to clear one thing up. When I was on Jen's panel, and I was acting an ass, and I threatened, to show the pictures of her on a live stream showing her breast. She had a bra on. It happened on a live stream. I was wrong for threatening that, but she has relentlessly trolled me for 2 years.
Ashley,
literally for 2 years.
You know what? You were involved in it, so you couldn't be objective and see it how it was. I don't see that you said anything wrong. I mean, you said it, you didn't do it. She was going at you the whole time. I saw that.
Yeah.
And you don't have to defend you were, you know what bothered me? You were defending yourself against the hypocrisy. They were such hypocrites. You don't have to defend yourself against that.
Oh, well, I appreciate you saying that. I mean, I feel like he's just vilified me, over and over and trying to tarnish my reputation. But my point I wanted to make today is that I never said that because I wanted to go on Twitter and do it. I said it because I wanted to embarrass her. I wanted to be like, look at you, fool. You're on this live stream, talking about my sexuality, calling me names. You've just embarrassed yourself over and over and over publicly. And I want to just remind the people here that this is what you did. And I just said it to embarrass her. And I didn't get to say that the other day. So
my worrying thing is, Ash, why he thinks she's not married.
I don't know. She told me that she was married.
I know. We know she was married. We spoke to Matt or Pat or whatever the fuck his name is. She is married.
Well, but I don't think she ever was, though. Honestly, I think she called him her husband just because, they have children together.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think that they actually ever were. Just based on, you know, I mean, why would Vinny say that? I mean, it would look better for her if she were married to the father of her children, you know. So
But I thought that maybe, you know, there might be an emotional thing going on, and he thinks there's no divorce, so go ahead. Or who knows, guys? Because she was married to me. Her husband told me that too. He told me that, Ash.
I don't know. Her husband's a lovely man. I wish she would turn towards him and away from these wankers on the internet.
And she's got a lovely house, and I mean, she's okay. She's an okay sort of a person. She's just very needy. I can't cope with that. I can't have that in my life.
No, she really was. And the sad thing is that, you know, I did, you know, try to be there for her and to like kind of talk her through, because she was having some problems and I wanted to be there for her. But like you said, she's very needy, and I caught her lying to me. I was, you know, in my mom's house at the time, and I was doing some like work for my mom on her living room. And then she sends me the screenshot of this bedroom. And it was like too good to be true. I'm like, but I'm already thinking, okay, I've seen her pool. I know that, you know, her husband does well for himself. So this must be her bedroom. This is amazing. Well, one of my friends did a reverse image search, and it was not her bedroom at all. It was just some like from a designer website. And ever since then, I just knew, you know, this woman is trouble. She's a liar. But, you know, at the top of the list, she's a liar. I can't trust her. Look what I mean, what a dumb thing to lie about. You know,
Gail, who's the US veteran I'm dragging? Could you explain to me? What veteran did I drag up here, guys?
I think she thinks we're talking about Canuck Lady, but we're not.
No, she thinks we're talking about Voodoo, and we are not, and have said nothing about Voodoo. Voodoo is not Mojo.
Anyway,
and
so the reason I stopped talking to this person is because I realized that kind of person she is. She's a liar. You know, if somebody shows me who they are, I believe them, and I never go back. And so when I said, hold on. So when I said to her, when I said that I rejected her, that's what I meant. I didn't mean that she wanted me, you know, in a relationship or anything like that. I rejected her as a friend because she showed me who she was.
Well, whoever told you that, Gail, told you fucking lies. Now go back and tell them go fucking fuck themselves, okay? Because I didn't say it, didn't come out of my mouth, didn't fucking happen. Yeah, Jinx, I have talked about you. I know you're one of the 4 horsemen. And get fucked too.
Who is Gail's brother?
Her brother is Voodoo. Did we mention him once up here?
I don't even know who that is.
Did I say a Voodoo? Anybody in chat? Did I mention a Voodoo? This is the bullshit that Vinny G fills his women with. Didn't say it didn't happen, okay? Bye.
Anyway, thanks for letting me up, Coco. I appreciate it.
No, Ashley. Say it again, Ashley. I missed it, Ashley.
Say what?
I missed what you said.
What did you say?
She got up on Gail.
I missed what you said, Ashley. Say it again. I'm sorry for talking over you.
What did I don't even know what you missed. What? You guys, it's been a long week.
It has. It's been nothing but
you were saying she was antagonizing you in the chat, and that's why you said what you said.
She was. I saw it. She called her all kinds of derogatory names.
And I said what I said, not because I had any intention of posting any. Now, mind you, it was a live stream. It wasn't like I had private. Video will have you think that I had but private, you know, nudes of her. I didn't. It was a public stream, and I said it because I wanted to embarrass her. Because she's in the chat calling me all these names, antagonizing, and I just simply said what I said because I wanted everyone to know. You know, look what you did. This, you know, you're an idiot. How embarrassing to show your titties on a live stream. And that's the reason I said it. And
but that's what she does. She'll come for you, or she'll talk about you in a chat, and then she'll play victim after. She said nasty shit about Kirsty's newborn baby, and that she'd no right to be. What the hell? She'd no right to be on YouTube and should be at home looking after her newborn baby. Don't you have 2 young kids? Like, it's the same applies to you. She said shit about me and my kids. She's just nope. And she play victim and say that I came for her verse when she never shuts her mouth in the side chat.
Why don't people just
It's
She
sad,
catfished me
Ashley,
with a
because I
picture.
think if she got help, I think that if Queen Bee got help, she wouldn't be over there. She'd see it for what it was.
Well, she classically like is super sensitive, and I remember she used to have to leave Sammy's all the time because somebody would say like one thing that would hit her the wrong way, and she would like run away and hide for months at a time, and then come back. And then when she was dating my friend on the internet, he would always talk about how she's got these mental health problems and how she has all this anxiety and social issues, and so these are the reasons I tried to help her. But you guys, she just kept on and on and on with me. And I appreciate, Coco, what you said, because I don't want people to think that I'm out there, threatening to drop porn on people. That's just not the way it actually
But
happened.
it's the way he twisted it, though.
Ashley, they were going to do that to you. Let me just say this. It was obvious to anyone. They both did it to you. And when Jenny Jen went, oh, that's a revenge porn. Come on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They were trying
like
to make you look bad. And on my end, it didn't work. You didn't do it. So it didn't matter.
Well, that means, I know you're honest, Coco, so that means a lot to me. I appreciate that.
You're welcome. Because it was true.
All right. Well, I'm going to get
But like, how could a screenshot of somebody on a panel be revenge porn? Like, seriously. And they believe him, just like he told that woman that I was talking about her brother, and she believed that and came in here. They're his little followers, man. They believe anything that comes out of his mouth. What bullshit.
They do. And if they were believing what Hondo and Jenny Jen were putting out there, I mean, they were saying one thing and providing proof of something totally different.
How dumb can you get?
I don't
Dumb
know.
And dumber, and I don't even know who Jenny Jen is.
I don't know her either, but that's what I've seen. Whether she meant to do that or not was a different thing, but I'm pretty sure she did. She was following along with Hondo, and Ashley was being appropriate with Jenny Jen, so he shouldn't have butt his nose in when she was having a discussion with her.
Yeah. I remember at the time I did feel like I was given an opportunity to speak on that panel, which was odd because I know who I'm dealing with. You know what I mean? But let's be honest. I went up there to poke the bear. I did. I went up there to poke the bear. Queen Bee was in chat. I knew Vinny could hear me. I did. I knew what I was doing, and
of course you did.
I don't appreciate Jenny Jen go like she said on Randy's panel straight out that she's not friends with Vinny.
Didn't she? I'm not friends with him. I have nothing to do with him. I don't go to his channel. I don't support him. And the next day she's fucking live with him.
You said it right to her face. And you were appropriate. You weren't yelling at her. You just brought it up. And then he jumped in, which do you need that many people when it was just a conversation at that point?
Jenny Jen is extremely calculated when you talk to her. Did you see the way on Vinny's panel that time that we got up there, she tried to jump on me to say that I lied to everyone that bet rang my husband when I never even said that. She had her story wrong. And then while she was on Randy's panel, she tried to jump in with that me and Beck are always fighting and going back and forth to deflect the situation. I'm like, Beck has nothing to do with this situation. She's calculated, I'm telling you.
Listen, when I went over there and I was on Vinny's and I said, Vinny, do you want to say something about the Stacey situation? Because I was going to make a video on it. So I wanted to be fair. Do you want to say something? And he just acted like a complete juvenile. It was like, okay, well, that's on you. You don't, and they were like, did they get in your ear? Nobody got in my ear. Nobody can get in my ear. I can.
Well, Coco, me and you were best friends, Coco. I'm supposed to know everything that you post on your channel. I co-sign it. I pick the pictures with you. I talk to Coco maybe once a week. I talk to Ashley more than I talk to Coco. And like, me and Ashley don't talk that often.
Like we don't have a mind of our own. I can see.
And we can't just be a collective group of people who have judged these people on what they have put on the interweb themselves.
Absolutely. And when it comes
But we're
down
all best
to,
friends and co-conspiring with each other. I'm Beck's babysitter. My fault. Beck said what she said. Not a hope in hell. I'm not paid on YouTube to babysit anyone.
no, and Becca's right here. We have told her, and she knew herself it wasn't right what she said. But did we sit back and not say a word? No, that never happened. We
And
brought it
look at
to
what he's
her.
doing to look at what he's doing to Beck. She's so fat she can't get sick. She's fat this, fat that. What man does that to a woman? Any woman. You don't talk about women like that. Would G man goes approach a woman like that, Ashley?
Never. Absolutely never.
Well, would four scores approach a woman like that?
Absolutely never.
And why do they support that motherfucker doing that to other women and giving him a platform to do it? That drives me crazy, Ashley.
I hate it, but you have to remember they've been friends for a long, long, long time, and it's hard. I mean,
I was friends with him, Ashley, for a long, long time, Ashley. And when those DMs were dropped on Stacey, and I knew what he had been doing, our friendship was over.
Well, look how hard
I will not stand by that.
Even after Tucker had been exposed. I mean, those relationships it's hard to shake them. Once you decide that you're all in for this person, you have to be all in for this person. Especially someone like G, who tries to be diplomatic and open to everyone. So I'm not upset with them for supporting their friends still, but I hope in behind the scenes that they're saying to him, you got to get a grip.
I don't think so. I think they're all pussies and they're all afraid of him.
Well,
That's
let's
my
just
opinion.
address what's going on in the side chat. Who said anything about veterans?
Nobody.
That's ridiculous. None of us said anything about a veteran.
And I am friends with that man, sister that came in here. I am friends with her brother. So I wasn't even talking about him. Mojo is not him. Mojo's Jack. Everybody knows that.
They can't follow along with a live stream or a video.
But Corona, why don't you go back in and call him out for telling you lies?
Right.
Because he lied to you.
That's what he's doing, so that they'll come over here and start an argument. And they're just falling right into it. And the truth is, if anybody is ashamed, like Jessica's saying, why does she keep bringing it up? If you're embarrassed about doing that and behaving that way, then don't do it. But it's a continuous thing with you. It's not isolated. It's continuous. And you continue to threaten to do those things. So if you do, I'm going to bring it up because I'm not afraid of any of you. So there you have it.
I think Jinx wants to come up.
Oh, Jesus.
I don't know her. Who is she?
Jinx is,
she's she's Vinny G's little bitch.
No, she's not. She's Boyd. She is, she's someone who is well spoken, and I think
so then if she's not in cahoots with Ginny Gin Gin, Hondo and Vinny G, why did she dox out Ohio Wolverine? Why was she involved in that? And why did she get Mumu to do that if they're not a collective?
No, I'm sure that they are friends, but she's loyal to her friends, and you have to respect that, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she can come up. I'm not saying anything.
She's not going to come up here and act a fool. She's not.
And give the link out.
Well, you don't have to accept anyone who comes on your panel.
True.
He's not even on the
internet. If you have her, Ashley, you can add her.
I don't know how to get a hold of her.
I don't have her either.
I don't either. So what's your email, Jinx?
Yeah, Tracy, I don't even bother. She's just dead to me. You just need to ignore her. She only thrives when you give her a bit of air.
Oof, if she gets disrespectful, she can get right back up. I don't think she will either. I don't know her, but we'll see.
No, she's not disrespectful. I've never seen her being disrespectful.
So what's your email, Jinx?
Like, I would appreciate hearing someone from that camp, speaking logically.
Yeah.
I really would.
Yeah, it would be interesting to get her take on it as well and what he's doing and what's happened. And what bullshit she's heard that isn't true
Yep.
is true. Whatever.
Good morning, Ratty. Am I missing her email or no?
I haven't seen it.
Who just said, why'd you say that, Jinx? You're out of your effing mind. Who'd you say that to?
Maybe she's behind in the stream.
Well, I don't know. We could be behind. You have to give us a...
But you just have to keep the gob closed and you just have to ignore. That's it. Don't care what you post. Don't look. Don't care.
Are
Don't
you
give a
guys
right.
seeing an email that I might be missing? Oh,
I don't see an email.
Ashley, you're quicker. Can you give it to her, please?
So,
I'll get to
Thank
her.
you. Thank you.
me either, Tracy, but let's go. See what she has to say. Ooh.
Hi, Beth. I didn't see you there. Don't get it glitchy. Yes, that's me and glitchy and bitchy. That's me and Nosy Housebrow. Oops, she's not here yet. And Ashley, how dare you spend at least 35 minutes in that Dollar Tree?
Right?
I don't know what is wrong with you. And I didn't even see where you were being mean. And you know I looked. I did. I was like, I'm gonna make a video on this. Let me see. And you did not. I don't see her.
It's taking me just a second. Louise, check your email. I mean your DMs.
It's there. Marie, there is no excuses. Get back up here. She dropped out on me.
Where did Marie go?
Oh, there she is.
It's very touch sensitive, this StreamYards. If you try to click on anything else, it'll boot you out. Oh my God, you shouldn't have given her a link. What if she porned you out? Is he on his way over here?
Jinx is not going to porn anybody out.
Who said he was on his way over? Rashi said.
Yes, she does. It's not like I'm making $1 million on this channel. You know what I mean? That's what I don't care who is on YouTube, unless you're really, really big. You're not going to make a big name for yourself. Now, can you guys let me know who Jinx is? Because I really don't know her. She supports Vinny.
Yeah. She's a bestie of Vinny's. I think she's Canadian.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Have I even really seen her over on Vinny's? I don't know.
She
doesn't go
all the time.
When in his nice days, she used to be there all the time.
All
I
right.
almost got it, y'all. Sorry.
Oh, that's okay.
What did she say about me?
I'd do it and probably knock us all off. We'd be all in cyberspace somewhere, floating around, trying to join hands, like in space.
He's got his leggings on, Hannah, for now.
It's the Twilight Zone.
Okay, the link is sent.
Alrighty. Oh, Tracy, can you make them show their faces in the back room?
Can you?
Probably.
Oh God, nobody wants to see my face.
But I always know it's you because I give it to you in
Or Jenkins, I laugh. Let's see. Whitey tidies.
oh geez.
He's still dancing
I
like a
don't
monkey
know.
over
Who
there.
cares? And what adult gets online and has to I don't know, like show people that they can get busy or what they do. Like that's little kid stuff, that people that don't have a sex life do that stuff.
That's
I don't have a
I
sex
mean?
life and I don't do that stuff.
Just remember, he gives lots of $50 to the non-white strippers, guys. Just remember.
Jinx, where are you?
Oh, he's eating bread. Do it again, Gimp. Eat that bread, just like Wendy told you, bitch.
You
gosh.
bread eating son of a biznatch. Hippie Peace, Rosie Palmer and her four sisters can only give so much pleasure. Let me see.
Marie,
Careful, Coco.
what do you call underwear? Marie.
Knickerses?
Knickers?
Knickers? Or
Unless you're
underpants.
Sammy, then they're nappies, right?
I know they are black velvet, but sure.
Put those nappies on the bed, strutting around like a peacock.
What do you
Apparently-
call them, Ashley?
Well, I hate the word panties, but I guess if I usually say underwear, but panties, I guess. But Louise says pants for pants.
I say underwear too.
I say
Yeah.
knickers.
All right,
So I
Jim.
always fuss at Louise
That'd be
because she likes to say things in an American way, and I'm like, just be Scottish. I love that you're Scottish. Just say things. She's like, but if I said pants, you would think
Jane?
I would mean trousers. So yeah.
Hello, Jane.
Ooh.
Hello. Hey, Mel. How are you?
Hey,
Nice
Jinx.
to meet you. I've never
Hey,
met you
Jane.
before.
Nice to meet you too. Don't get it twisted. Right?
Coco.
That's
So what?
I know I haven't been here before, and it is nice to meet you. Thank you for sending me the link.
Sure.
So Jinx, were you sent over here on the bones that I was talking about voodoo too?
I wasn't sent over here, Marie. You want to know why I'm here? I actually got a couple messages in the last 3-4 days-ish saying that you had my name in your mouth. And I was like, really? I thought it was cool with Irish Marie. And they said, oh no, she's saying you're part of the Four Horsemen.
Are you not? Are you denying it?
Am I denying it? There's nothing to deny. I am not part of the Four Horsemen, no. So I don't know where you're getting your information from, but you're obviously mistaken.
Okay, fair enough. I mean,
which makes me question everything else you have to say.
How do you mean? What do you want proof for?
Well, because you're over here talking shit about me, and you don't know me.
I wasn't talking shit about you, first of all. I said you were one of the Four Horsemen.
And I'm not.
Point blank and period.
Okay,
my opinion is that you are.
So that makes me question everything else that you have to say because you're talking shit.
Question what? Answer me and question what? What are you questioning?
Everything that you have to say. What do you got to say about me?
Wait a minute. Marie,
if you're going to say something like that.
Marie.
Okay.
What?
Let me, Jinx, bring up one thing that you question, please.
This is what I'm saying. I don't follow all of this shit. I came over because my name was brought into this, and that's what I'm saying. She's bringing my name into shit that I don't belong in. So that whatever else you have to say, then I question because you don't know what you're talking about.
Jinx, do you question that Vinny spoke badly about her kids unnecessarily?
No.
Okay.
Sorry?
He
Why-
admits that. He freely admits that.
Okay.
So Jenny,
You-
Jinx, you weren't involved with Hondo, Vinny G, you, Jenny Jen didn't dox Ohio Wolverine and get Moo to do it, the dirty?
I absolutely 1000% did not do that. No,
You weren't involved.
absolutely not. And that's what
But
I'm
you're,
saying.
but
You think
as
you
far as I know,
know,
you were.
but you
As far
don't.
as I know, you were in the screenshots.
What? Good. Show me. Put them up.
I can't
Let's
show
see
you.
them.
You've got to ask Moo for them. I don't have
Oh,
them.
Put
Moo
them up.
posted a video.
There are no screenshots, and if they're like, I'd love to see them because I assure you, I fucking promise you, I had nothing to do with doxing Ohio or anyone else, ever.
I believe her. I do. I believe her.
So if Jess put up screenshots to the contrary, then they're fake.
I'd love to see them because, yeah, like let me look at them because maybe I could learn a few things, like how to
So
edit shit, you know?
you, Jenny, Jen, and her and Gail. I think it was Gail. Hang on. Were not in a room with her and gave her Ohio's information to doc. That's what she put out there. That's what she put out there, and you were in there as well.
Was I in a room with Jenny Jen and Gail where something about Ohio's information, anything? No, I was not, ever.
Were you in a room with Jessica, aka Mumu, Jenny Jen and Gail? Okay, maybe Gail was on there. Okay. That's what she dropped.
That's why I don't understand, Marie. Like, I used to come around your chats, and then all of a sudden people are like, oh, Marie's saying all this shit. I'm like, why? Like, what's your problem with me? You know?
I mean, like I said, you were one of the four horsemen. I didn't say anything else after that show, unless you were told something else. You came up here then.
Why did you think
you came up?
Marie?
Because contrary to what she says, they say things when they're on panel and you pick it all up. I've clipped some bits and pieces. I'm putting it all out there anyway. To what they've said and stuff on panels.
I do know what goes on in the back rooms. I'm around, I know people, but that doesn't mean I'm doing anything wrong. I'm not. And I'm not in a room with Moo Mouth. I'm not in a room with Gail. Absolutely.
No, you're not in the room with her now. You were in a room with her.
No, I was never. If I was ever in a room with Gail, it must have been a group room with like 30 people.
I don't think it was Gail. I think it was you, Vinny G. I don't think Vinny G was there because remember, nobody was allowed to talk to Vinny G. They had to go through you. Was it Jenny Jen?
You're assuming a whole bunch of things, Marie.
There was a video dropped in it. I'm not assuming it. There's a video dropped. Why did Vinny G apologize to Ohio Wolverine? Didn't you apologize to him too?
I didn't apologize to Ohio. I'm the one that stuck up for Ohio when he got doxxed. Okay. I'm the one that talked to Vinny about Ohio when he got doxxed. You don't know what you're talking about, dude. You got it mixed up. I'm telling you. Okay, fine.
And you come up here and you say that you discredit me, but then you say that I must be telling lies, but can't tell me one thing that I said that's a lie.
I told you I don't follow all your bullshit. What? So what? You tell me something and I'll tell you if I think it's fucking true or not. But you've already proved yourself to have horrific, wrong information that you're going to put out there.
I don't think I have wrong.
So I can't believe anything that you say. Yes, you do have wrong.
I don't care if you believe what I say.
I apologize to Ohio? Really? Like, where are you getting that from?
I thought that you did, okay? And as far as I know,
I didn't.
You were labeled. Actually,
as far as you know, you don't know anything.
Carrie has a screenshot up about it on her last video.
I don't know what to tell.
Because that screenshot, Ashley.
Show it. Good. Let me see it. I will tell you. You know, and I'm not trying to hide anything.
I don't know what you're up here all ragey about. I just said you were one of the four horsemen.
Yeah, I know that. And you sent a bunch of people my way asking questions. That's why I'm here. And not only that, but I don't appreciate you fucking around with Vinny or G Mangos or anyone else.
I'm
Like, take
fucking
your
around with
information.
Vinny.
Okay, wait.
I'm fucking around with Vinny. I'm fucking around with Vinny.
You're spewing information that is absolutely 100% false.
What's
What?
my
Talking about
information?
it like
What's
it's
the
the truth.
information I'm suing? What is it? Come on, tell me.
You just said something about me doxing Ohio in a room with
I'm
fucking
talking
Gail.
about
About
Vinny now.
Vinny.
We'll get back to that. I'm talking about Vinny, what you just
Oh
said.
my
Tell me.
God.
Tell me what's the lie that I told about Vinny.
I didn't. I said you're fucking with Vinny, and I don't appreciate
Yeah,
it.
how am I fucking with him? What am I doing to him? Tell me.
Well, you're on a live talking about I'm part of the Four Horsemen and Vinny and Hondo and Jenny. So I don't know. You tell me. What are you saying? Why don't you tell me?
No, but why don't you tell me? Because you just said that I was at him.
I've told you 3 times. I don't follow your bullshit.
Then you don't
What's
know things.
Yeah,
if
there's
she's
not really
saying
much
it's
point you
true
being
or
up here. You
not.
don't have nothing to say.
Well, why do you have my name in your mouth?
I've just explained it to you already. You're not going to change my point of view.
So you're gonna just keep speaking lies? Like you?
I can
Okay.
cut you off the list, I mean, and not say your name. That's fine. But I'm going to post what you've said on panels and stuff. Okay?
What I say on panels? Go ahead.
Okay? That's fine.
What do I say?
You don't need to be here after this. You don't need to be here after this. You don't know what's going on.
Actually, I was just about to say goodbye. I don't need you to shove me out the door. Thank you very much.
I'm good at giving someone a kick out the door. Did you get that, Ashley?
Anyways,
Can you read it to her before she goes, Ashley?
go ahead. What do you gotta read now?
Did you get
you
that
want me to leave now?
screenshot?
You want me to stay?
Did you get that screenshot, Ashley?
Why don't you put it up for everyone to see?
I didn't put it up. Corey did.
Corey who?
MF and Chainsaw.
Corey the Muck. It's just that you were in this. I think, as far as I know, you're in it. Jesus. Let me go look.
Now as far as you know, but earlier you were speaking like
No,
it was 100% truth, dude. Come on now.
Jinx. And the stuff
Yes.
going on between Marie and Vinny, that's their issue. Vinny is not innocent in that.
And
Not
did he
at
not
all.
just tell
I know.
a room full of people that I was talking about a veteran? The lies are endless. I never said one thing about voodoo.
You lied too. You know
Jinx.
what? Maybe she's mistaken, just like you are. You know.
Jinx. And the
Well, no,
time
she wasn't mistaken when he told her that in chat, and she came over because of it. He said it. The lie. He said it.
You know, if I'm coming off a little, jaded, it's because Vinny's my friend, and it upsets me that people are being mean to him.
Jinx.
Jinx, he's called he's Jinx.
Marie,
He
can I
said
just say this to her so she gets just the idea?
Okay.
She already feels some kind of way about you. I was over on Vinny's and I was following Vinny. And when the whole thing came out about Stacey and I saw the video, I went over and I asked Vinny politely if there was anything that he wanted to say. Because I was going to put my 2 cents in too. Everybody was making videos. And he immediately got his back up when all I did was ask him if he wanted to put anything that he wanted in the video. If he wanted to give his point of view, that I was willing to put his also, not just everyone else's. And then after that, he was very rude. After that, he went over to Sammy's and proceeded to say some really rotten things about me. He said that I was trying to put out that narrative that he did do something wrong to Stacey when I already asked him his point of view long before. And I saw the video. I saw what they did. That was wrong.
Can I ask you what time? Yeah, can I ask you what time frame you're speaking of? Like, is this within the last year or so?
As soon
Within
as
the last.
Yeah, within the last 8 months.
When Kirsty
Okay.
put up the video where we could see what Vinny and those two other guys were saying to Stacey, that was
Here's
what
where
I asked him about. I'm like, well, do you want to say something?
Here's
Because
where I have, like, I kind of have an issue. I know that Vinny says things that are offensive and mean and rude and horrible. Uh, and I can't, and I'm throwing it out there.
okay.
You know, you guys are dealing with someone who's recovering from a stroke. He's not even a year out of his stroke. And so to be like, Vinny said this, Vinny did this, you know,
Jinx, I
his brain.
understand that you feel that he has some kind of cognitive deficiency. I really do. However, he said a lot and done these things before his stroke. This was all behavior before, and he's continuing that same behavior. And just because someone might have some memory loss, it doesn't give them a right to do and say the things that he's done and said.
That
I
was
definitely
8 months ago.
I don't think I don't agree with the mean things that he does and says.
Right.
Absolutely, I don't. But he is still my friend. And, I don't want to argue with you gals. You know, thank you for
No, I'm
giving me
not
a link.
arguing. If
Yeah,
what you're
no, I
saying
know.
is, if what you're saying, Jinx, is I'm going to stick up for him no matter what, then that's what you're saying. You know what I mean? That's up to you. It really is. But for me, you know what I mean? I can't stand by while someone and not say anything when
Okay.
someone goes after innocent little kids. That's not fair.
And do you know that Jinx, that he's gone after my kids, called them cripples, called us retard breeders, showed my picture for weeks on end up in his live stream.
And
What
he's
else
still
did he
doing
do?
it on Sammy's
Said that he
channel.
had my husband's work information. He was going to dox his boss's number. He was going to dox his number. He was going to dox their house. That he was going to post a picture of my father, who's dead for the last 28 years, on YouTube. And I had to dox my own father. Did you know that, Jinx?
No.
It's just
Well
not
then, that's all
necessary,
I have to say. Know
And
who
he
you're
really
supporting
did
and
do
why
that.
voting for. And I did not and
Uh,
will never speak of Voodoo. I was friends with Voodoo. And I know he's bright, and I spent hours on the phone with him. And I've already told Gail that. And I don't
so
know why
are
she
you
would
are
come
you
over
saying that
here.
are you saying that you're completely innocent in this debacle between you and Vinny?
Well, what happened was, you see, 8 months ago, Jinx, okay, the messages were dropped from Stacey, okay, where it proved that there was some sort of a fling or an affair going on. I was done with Vinny G 8 months ago when those messages came out. We're not talking about 2 years, not 3 years, not 4 years. 8 months ago, the messages were put out on YouTube. I was done with Vinny G. So he came for me and came for my kids. He didn't just come for me. He didn't go after Moo, who dropped the DMs. He didn't go after
No,
Kirsty, who put him up on their channel. He didn't go
no,
after Stacey. He didn't go after Ohio Troll. And I never put them on my channel. He came for me and my kids. He
he
said
really
that I
did
called
do
him a
that.
paedophile, that I called him a predator. I didn't call him a paedophile till he started lying and saying that I called him a paedophile.
Murray, honestly, I think you and I should maybe chat personally, just because there's so much that I'm not willing to say on a live, but whatever.
Maybe, Jinx. Maybe
Up to
tomorrow
you.
or something.
Yeah, just you got my email there from the chat. Get me in the back room or whatever, and maybe we can sort something out. I don't know.
Of course. And I'll stop mentioning you as one of the four horsemen.
I don't. I'm not
And I'm
one of the
sorry for
four
saying it if
horsemen.
you're not. But if
I'm
you have
not.
seen and heard the things that I have, he also makes you look like you're one of his side whore bitches, and I was one of his side whore bitches doing his dirty work for years too.
I don't do anybody's dirty work. I don't know what you
Well,
did, but I
he
don't do
takes
that.
all these. My thing up here, Jinx, was he takes all these women under his wing to show him how to troll, and he's at the top of the round table and all these mind games that he played. He's done that to us, and he's doing it to more people.
I'm not sure what other, gals are up to when they're hanging. Like, if that is absolute, like, I don't, that's not what I do. So I don't know what other people are up to,
He said he has no community. He's standing alone. And
He is
everybody
right
over
now.
there that
Do you know,
stuck up
Jinx,
with
that he
him.
gave? Do you know, Jinx, that he gave $100 donation to St. Jude's, and within 10
Yep.
minutes demanded the money back and said that he doesn't stand for any kids? I mean, it's crazy behavior, and it's out of control.
But
I
aren't
mean,
you
saying,
worried about, okay, so what's behind this? That's why I'm saying, like, there's shit I could say here, but I'm not willing to say it on a live. So,
Well,
yeah,
I
I
his,
mean,
know he
like,
did that.
I get what you're saying, Jinx, but his substance use is not helping him. And I said before, and I feel like I have to say this, so nobody even has to say anything back to this, but his just drinking alcohol puts him at higher risk for another stroke.
and even these tattoos, he's on blood thinners. He shouldn't be getting tattoos. And I mean,
Also,
and like, I did care for him. He was my friend for 3 years, but by God, he fucked me over. And it's hard to be
that's
sad for him or to have pity for him. And
Well,
that's the
once
honest
you
truth,
take,
Jinx.
when
once
people came to me, Marie, and were like, Marie said this and this, and like something about you, and I was like, no, I didn't believe them. And then there was like a couple people kept coming, and I'm like, okay, I gotta go talk to her.
But
and
Jinx,
Jinx, the whole
You were
psychology of
in
it.
chats, and you were saying in the chats that I was trolling with Mojo, and that we were inside your rooms. Hondo said, stealing all your information, and you were dropping
What?
into chats that you caught Mojo killing your rooms or some shit.
Mojo did kill one of my rooms. That
And
is true. But the rest of what
ye
you said,
thinks
I
that
don't know
I
what you're
troll.
talking.
He thinks and ye think that I troll with Jack. Jack isn't even on the internet. And after what Gail told me, I wouldn't support Jack anyways.
I
Because I
don't think
didn't
you're
know
running
those
around with
things.
Mojo. I never said you were running around with Mojo. Ever. Like,
Well,
I don't know
just to
who's
make that
telling
clear,
you this.
I haven't talked to Mojo in 18 months. And the last time that I spoke to him, he's gone off the internet. He was finished with YouTube.
The last time I spoke to Mojo, someone added him to one of my group rooms. Someone else added him. I didn't bring him in. I hadn't talked to him in forever. And he shut it down. He shut down my whole room. That's the last
But
time
are
I
you
seen him.
sure it was him?
Yeah. Yeah. I talked to him. He tried to apologize, and I know, like,
Jinx. And the
I
things
let it go.
that Vinny has said about me on Sammy was absolutely uncalled for also. So if I make a video, he's got to deal with the consequences of the things that he's done.
Sure. And he
You know what
will.
I mean?
Like,
It's
he
not
knows he's a
fair.
dick.
Yeah. But, the thing is, it just really wasn't fair that he tried to put that out. And it wasn't fair what he's doing to Marie. And I understand that being his friend, you're concerned about,
Yeah.
any cognitive difficulty he may be having. But I
Well,
want you to
even
know,
his stress, or his happiness, his well-being,
but he knows enough to use his stroke. He said it on Sammy.
He
So
is a victim
that
constantly.
shows that he has the cognitive ability. He can think. He knows his reasoning is not off. He's doing
That's
it
why,
and he wants to do it.
I don't know why you ladies want to push. Like, he's like,
Because
he's got no.
he's saying things that are
But you
not
say
true and
about
vile
stress,
things.
Jinx. You say about stress. What about What about Jin bragging him out to the drama community, saying that he's going to bully 3 or 4 women off the drama community, off the internet? He was going to bully them She's
And he
threatening
wouldn't
those women
stop
with
until
Vinny
they're
G. And
gone.
you were talking about stress. This is nothing.
I don't talk to
She's
Jenny Jen, and I don't know where she goes, and I don't know what she says.
Hey, Jenks.
oh
Yeah.
And for Vinny, everybody's worried about Vinny, but nobody knows what anyone else goes through. So it's not just Vinny. There are
Right.
other
I
people
know.
involved.
And
And
that's
I
why when
never
I came to talk to Marie, I'm like here to talk. I'm not here to like stab at
argue.
anybody.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm really glad that you guys had a chance so you didn't, just hate each other unnecessarily.
oh
Right.
no, and I mean, like, I didn't say like mega things like about you. Like, I couldn't comment on who you are or all of that. I just said you were a horseman.
I know. I know.
I
I
don't
heard.
have nothing to say on you because I didn't see you doing things that Jenny Jen and Hondo did. Hondo was trolling as me and my husband. Hondo was caught typing on the
That's
wrong
what was
accounts in Vinny G's.
that's what was so upsetting because I said like one of the people who was like she said that you're running with Jenny and Hondo and Vinny and you're doing all this shit. I was like, I'm not doing anything, and it's upsetting that someone would lump me into these people that are doing bad things, right? Because I'm not doing that.
But do you
Exactly.
know,
That's what, yes.
Jinx, do you know that like we had this like bash fest with Jenny Jen where she was confronted by someone else and I ended up getting on panel and calling her out for co-signing everything Vinny G does and modding his chats and he was slagging off my kids, so on and so forth. Her and Hondo trolling as me and my husband, everything else. We called her out for all of that. And she swore she wasn't friends with Vinny. She'd nothing to do with him. She doesn't support him. She doesn't support his channel. And the following evening, she went live with Vinny G to defend his actions.
Like I said, I don't hang out with Jenny, and I don't know what she's saying, so I
Jinx,
can't.
did you know that Vinny said that Marie could go kill herself and he'd hand her the rope?
No.
Like he said really vicious things. And I think, just even being a member of the community, even if you just know her, that it's only right to stand against that kind of behavior.
The thing is, what I'm not saying, right? And so when you say like nasty things are happening, that's what I will say is there's a reason why Vinny feels like he needs to do what he's doing. And I can't say why, but
No, that's okay, but he needs to work on that instead of attacking children.
right,
That's it. I
absolutely.
could take him all day long coming for me, Jinx. I don't give a shit. Sammy Pepper does it to me every day. That just
Well,
falls off
that's
my
why I think
back. I don't care.
Marie, you should get a hold of me because I don't know if you know, and then maybe I don't know shit that you know. Like, I think there's a lot going on that I
But
don't
like,
know
if
how this
he
is gonna
isn't
end
like
up.
we're over here and we're talking about him, and like he thinks he should get a free pass, and we shouldn't talk about him. He has to be first of all held accountable for his actions and the things he does and says. A stroke isn't giving him a pass. If mental health around here doesn't get a pass, a stroke isn't getting a pass. So he doesn't get a pass for that. When does it end? When is it going to end? Like, when's he going to stop this prancing around the place in his underpants? Like, it's never ending. He wants a ceasefire. He doesn't want a ceasefire. He wants to talk about us. He doesn't want me in a panel anywhere talking about him. I mean, he cannot silence me. He's tried it enough times. I'm not going to be silenced. He said that my kids are going to die before me and that I should have, instead of giving birth to them, shoved them back up my gooch. Who the hell says things like that?
That's so sad. I'm so sorry.
That me and my husband were retarded breeders and that our kids were only going to be cripples in wheelchairs.
And they're beautiful. They're so
And
smart.
all I've said about him was that he was a predator for what he's done to Stacey. And I've told everybody the lies that he told me and Kirsty about that he was a paedophile hunter and he got to watch Red Rooms and he got to watch kids being raped and murdered in that Peter Scully case. He told us that, Jinx, and that is lies and bullshit. He's not even involved in nothing. No, no. You tell me, are you Australian?
Me? No.
Are you You tell me that the Australian government, the FBI, and the whole lot are going to go to a little gimp like him and say, "Come on board, civilian with no education, and we're going to let you watch all these horror movies that Peter Scully was selling around the place when he was murdering and raping little babies and kids." Fuck off, Jinx. When we sat down, we worked it out. We knew there's something wasn't right with him, and that's not right. And
that
he's
was
not right. The
way
shit
before
and the
his
life.
stroke.
And he told us he was a farmer, Jinx. He was a Brussels sprouts farmer. The house that he's in now, Tony's house, he showed us all that land, vintage cars and machinery, said that he owned all that he had cows. He told us he was a computer operative and that he could run people's IP addresses. He ran Karen Peters one time and told us she lives in France. The woman is Australian. He has told us so many lies over the years, and when the Stacey shit came out, we sat down, we spoke about what he told us, we put truth from fiction, and we're putting it all out there, what he said and done. So you can say, why does he make up that stuff about Peter Scully? Why was he telling two, what would you say, naive people who had come on the internet who'd never been online, that he got to watch these sick movies, and we young mothers ourselves. And we were naive because we had never been online before when we came to YouTube and met him. Were you told all that too, Jinx, about Peter Scully?
Yeah, there's you know, I'm not gonna respond to that.
Yeah. So I mean, like, I question my own fucking sanity.
Well, like I said, a lot of the information that you have is sort of mixed up, or maybe you think, and then I don't know either.
I'm not the only one. I mean, like, he came on Wendy's panel and told Wendy that we hit a pedophile. Sorry, 1 second till I take a drink. He said that me and Kirsty hid Rennie in the community. He came to us after the Peter Scully lies and everything, and told us that Rennie came and told him that she had sex with a 14-year-old autistic child and was going to court for it and was going to be prosecuted. The reason that she went to Vinny G was because he was claiming to be a paedophile hunter. He connections with the FBI, he connections with police, and that his son-in-law was a detective. That's the reason that Rennie went to him. When he told us, at that stage, we didn't even believe the Peter Scully stuff. We didn't believe that was true about Rennie. We talked to 2 or 3 other Australians who looked it up. We could find nothing. We said nothing because we didn't know it was true until the day Rennie went on a Randy's panel in this community and said all about the court case, that she was going to kill herself and kill her kids. We didn't know. We didn't think it was true. He did hide her though in the community himself with his lies and fictitious bullshit. He knew all about her case and everything, pretending that he had full leniency with cops and FBI agents and everything. It's just not normal, Jinx.
Well, girl, I don't know what to tell you. You've got a lot to say.
Well, all I can say is that him and Jen has said that my story has changed tenfold. Coco, has my story ever changed?
No.
Well, that's what I was saying earlier.
Besides the horsemen and you. The horseman thing, eradicate that. I'm not even going to call him the horseman anymore. I'll post the things that I have that they've said, and you said
to say the horseman.
And we'll just put it out there. People can come to their own conclusions on it.
Well, that's, and that's kind of dangerous because you put it out there already, and then what else are you putting out there that you're not 100% sure about?
I put everything out there. He struck my channel down. He didn't want it out there. He struck my channel. He went to strike Kirsty's channel. Anybody that had videos on him, he struck him of his behavior, because what he does is he runs 2 crowds. So he's alive. He's awake nearly 24 hours a day. He runs the Australians, that's himself in the morning for my time, and then he runs the Americans at night time. So he's running two audiences. So he might be extra filthy with another audience about the kids, about anything that he's talking about. He dragged Wendy from Diane for filth yesterday for hours on end. Cunt, bitch, fat ass, drink some water, you're fat, you're a cunt, you're an obnoxious bitch, for hours on end yesterday. And he does it. I'm not the only person he does it. There's many women in the community he does that. But he won't fight a man. He's never fought a man on YouTube. Never had an argument with a man on YouTube.
Yes, he has.
Nope.
Little.
Who?
Not like
Who?
that.
Ben Ashworth?
He's fought with Ohio Wolverine. Who else? He had a tiff with Dave for a while.
Yeah, but that's a little.
I've never seen him fight with Dave. The only man I've ever seen him fight with is that Ben Ashworth, and like he's not full shilling. I don't care what anyone says.
He is very choosy who he will go for. He goes for, I believe, people that he thinks are weak in one way or another. He doesn't go for Jessica, and she dropped information about him.
Ugh. She dropped information about you, Jinx. I'm getting a screenshot. Hang on. Go to Corey's thing there, please. Just let me read the screenshot. It's not anything bad.
Who's Jessica?
Moo
Dropping
Moo.
information about me? Okay.
Moo Moo Mouse is her name.
Oh, right, okay.
And her,
What did
Sammy,
she drop?
and Vinny are baby bashers. That's what they're doing. You know, there's
Well,
no
Moo
other
Moo
way.
Mouth is the one. Moo Moo Mouth is the one who
Corey
docs.
Channel.
Oh, see, and now I don't know if I'm talking out of turn or whatever. Like,
No,
fuck, but
she outed that
she's the
thing,
one
and
who
as far as
doxed. Yeah, she's the one who doxed Ohio Wolverine. I'm the one who fucking went in and went at her for it. Her and
She
I had a
doxed-
fucking huge fallout, and I didn't even know her. We got into it. Because she
But
was
you
going
do
at
know,
Ohio
Jinx, that
Wolverine.
you do know, Jinx, that she dropped all the information. Jen gave her his home information, number, and his legal
Yeah.
name.
Yeah,
Jenny
she
Hondo and
apologized.
Vinny.
Moo Moo Mouth, yeah, I do know that, and she apologized for it. And Ohio Wolverine knows, like he knows that she apologized. He knows that she did it by accident. She did it like thinking that he was someone that he wasn't.
They thought that he was. They thought Ohio Wolverine was Ohio Troll.
Yes,
That's in the community, and that
so
person
The
Moo Moo
truth
Mouth
is,
is
no
a
one
woman.
should be doxing anyone.
She did talk, but she didn't know. She thought he was someone else, and yeah, that did happen. So, like, I don't know. Like, all of this is a lot of convoluted bullshit, and
Yeah.
I get that people are upset, and it's a lot. It goes way deeper than anything that's been said here. It goes way fucking deeper than that.
But how
know?
does it go? It goes way deeper on YouTube. His issues come from YouTube, or are they medical needs?
I'm not talking about his issues. I'm talking about shit that goes down. It goes way deeper. There's lots of more shit that happened that's fucked up. That why people are mad. Why people are doing shit. You know, this Ohio docs thing.
And
It's like I think that's where it started.
And certain people they can't stop. And if they have, if they have an opinion, Jinx, anybody can have an opinion. But, say it's your opinion, say it correctly. Don't attack people for anything other than a character flaw or a behavior. You know what I mean?
And try to have your information correct.
Correct.
Like that's important.
Yes.
Clemmer.
And that's why when everyone says, well, she twisted it all, me with Sammy Prepper, it's her saying it. You can't say I twisted it when she said it herself.
Can I read this to you, Jinx?
Yeah,
So
sure.
this is the screenshot of that moo that she sent to Corey.
Okay.
Corey, the
I'll be right
motherfucking
back,
chainsaw.
guys.
She said the Stacy stuff isn't proof of it though. This is from a previous conversation. I've got the top half of it. It says, he convinced everyone that Stacy was crazy. Don't get why he'd risk his marriage for a few nudes. What a moron. The truth always comes out eventually. The Stacy stuff isn't the worst of it though. Vinny, Jenny, and Jinx were all up to some weird shit in private. They enjoyed playing like as if they were pedophile hunters, which is okay, I guess. Vinny took it too far and shared pictures and links to child pornography. I was shown what he was up to with a few people. We're like, where'd you get that stuff? That's when he started saying his buddy was a cop. Lol, I call BS. Vinny is a creep hanging on illegal porn sites with and the way he speaks about women is absolutely foul. That was sent on February the 11th of this year.
I actually saw that screenshot like 2 months ago. Someone gave it to me. And which
It doesn't matter.
like they put my this is the problem. They put my name in with Jenny and whatever. They don't know what they're talking about. People are assuming things. And
Listen to me, Jinx. You seem like a nice person. We've had a cool camp. I was a bit feisty with you at the start. I have never come across someone who is a bigger liar than Jenny Jen Jen.
I
She
don't
is
talk
the
to Jenny Jen
worst.
Jen, and I don't hang around with her. That's why whoever fucking put my name, Moo Moo Mouth, or whoever sent that message, doesn't know what they're talking about.
So I
They
presumed
don't
you were
know.
a horseman when you were lumped in with them.
I wasn't. I was never. You know what? I got asked to be in the Four Horsemen at one
See?
point, and I
So was I at one
well,
point.
I'm telling you the truth. I got asked to be in the Four Horsemen, and I told them to go fuck themselves. That's what happened. That's the
So
end of it.
so can you just trying to get this story across, okay? Jinx, for my own sanity. I've got three
Yeah.
kids right at home. They've got issues. Okay, they've not got bad issues. They've got issues. I have a husband who's come on YouTube because of what Vinny said. The three horsemen, I'm not going to say four, are Vinny, Hondo, and Jenny Jen Jen. True or not?
The horsemen don't exist as of now, but
As
when
of
they
now,
did,
but they did exist.
when they
Thank you,
did,
Jinx. Thank you, Jinx.
yeah, when they did, Hondo, Jenny, and Vinny were a team, and
And
there's
that
now
was
just
my
them
issue.
three.
That was my issue with her because she's built up two channels, okay, from going from community to community. I told people that she takes information from chats to chats and takes it back to
I
the
don't know
war
about that.
rooms. I'll just
I
tell you
wouldn't
what I
know.
know. Takes it back, drops that information to Hondo and Vinny and whoever's their poodle in the middle that day. They go trolling, they do damage. This is what she does. She's sly and shady. She modded every one of his chats when he was talking about my children and calling them cripples. When he was saying that when Hondo was in there typing in the chat in the wrong account that my husband fucked the next door neighbor, who's 89, if you don't mind. But he fucked the next door neighbor. Hondo wrote that in there. Ginny, Jin in there. She knocking people out that were standing up for me. She up in panels with him and she agreeing with him. She goes on Randy's. She's called out by me and somebody else. She sits up there, says she's nothing to do with that bogan. She doesn't co-sign anything he does. She doesn't go to his channel, and she's not his friends. And she's live 24 hours later with him up in his panel, defending his actions and the things that he does and says.
You know, she's not
That's
here to
some
speak for
bullshit.
herself, and I can't speak for her, and she's not here to speak for herself.
Well,
So
the only reason that I came on here, my channel wouldn't work, and I was getting my testimony out, so Wendy V and all those channels can just clip what I had to say, the story of how we knew him, the conclusions we came to, all the different personalities he had, the pedo hunter shit. I just put all that up here. If you want to listen to it after, the whole lot of it's here because I haven't had a chance
yeah,
to actually speak out.
Well, if you get at me in a back room or whatever, yeah, I'll take the links. And like I said, I'll have a chat with you if you want to maybe see, like, or, I'm okay with just, you go your way, I'll go my way. But if you want to have a chat after, that's totally cool.
Yeah,
I'm going to
that's
head
cool.
out.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Thank,
Jinx.
thank you for
Thanks,
coming
Jinx.
up.
Yeah, I appreciate the link. I hope you all have a great night.
It was
Ciao.
really
You
nice to
too.
meet you.
Thanks.
You too, Jinx. Bye. Well, she was
Well,
nice.
yeah. Hi, Pete, Uta, Shanna.
My husband watches her on YouTube. I don't watch her. My husband watches her live streams.
Oh, I didn't know she had a channel. I'll have to check her out. But it's nice to get up and have a conversation without screaming obscenities.
Yes.
Isn't
And it just it approved what I said on Randy's about her being the horseman. Yeah, it's true, there were the horsemen and they're over, they're calling me crazy about horsemen. Just I don't know, I'm withered from it, Coco.
Yeah,
It's
I
never
know.
ending.
It is. It's draining. It's hard, and it just takes away from what YouTube, I think, what it could be.
And when you speak out, he's going to chimp out for hours. Like, he's still dancing in his wife beater shirt from leg to leg and screaming, pointing at the TV, pointing at the camera. Oh, he's pointing at my icon.
With his pecker. It's just crazy. It is. And the whole thing of it is and I'm not saying this to be cruel, but there really should be some kind of criteria for people to have a platform like this on social media, because in a way, you're modeling a certain kind of behavior. Do you want your kids to act like animals, or you know what I mean? Because they're listening. They really are.
I mean, he's over there now, right? And he's talking about me doxing Rachella. It was a different community. She's a paedophile supporter. She modded for a guy who wanted the age of consent to be 10 years old.
And she was trying to hurt people.
And she was trying to hurt people. She was doxed. She was doxed a year and a half ago, and a year and a half later, she released the news of a blind autistic woman. Yes. I'm released. So I was right. And I dox her again tomorrow. I know doxing shitty. I dox her again tomorrow. She's a CUNT, and that's what she is, and that's all she'll ever be. Nobody cares about her.
You're coming up here and you're lying, and you're trying to say you're something that you're not, or you're accepting pictures from mentally ill people under, the guise of being a nurse. Someone is going to out you. If you
it wasn't that.
And you're just acting like yourself and having a live stream, nobody cares. But for people, and I'm not gonna hide what I really think, for people like Sammy that's spewing negativity, and for her and Vinny together to be on there, and Jessica, that just should not be allowed on this platform. It's not it's not how the average person behaves, and it just shouldn't be allowed. It really shouldn't.
And on the second hand, people say, oh, you drag it out, you talk too much about it and let it go and this and that. If they're going to put it out there, first of all, we've a right to talk about it, and we've a right to get up here and give our own opinion. If a grown man fucking in Australia is going to drag women, they have a right to speak up and speak out.
And especially children. You just don't do that. You don't do that. You can't on one hand say that you're, like I said before, a defender of children, and then drag babies that have nothing to do with it.
Coco, my laptop is across the way. Okay, there's no sound in it, and I can see Vinny G dancing with his tights on in his white beater shirt.
He's got tights
What?
on.
He's rocking from side to side. He's got his leggings on.
Oh,
His
geez.
leotard. Do some yoga for us, bitch boy. Come on.
It just, the whole point of it is it gets to the point where I'm surprised, I shouldn't be, though I am, that people watch that or find that entertaining or fun. A little bit of drama, let's face it, we all like a little gossip, ha ha, blah, blah, blah. But when it gets evil like that, it's just not, I don't know. It's not worth it. And when you do something like that, don't expect people to not react or give their opinions to your behavior. They're going to. I can't stand the victim. Oh, I'm a victim. I'm a victim. And they repeatedly say the same things, and it's like, it's ridiculous. I don't know. Listen, you guys in the side chat, and you too, Marie, what can we do that's actually fun?
I don't know. Like I was gonna start up a channel and stream once or twice a week, but what's the point? They're all fucking crazy around here. But then I was saying, like, if we had a channel for the OGs, the ones that aren't running in everyday drama, like I don't deal with the true crime. I've picked a handful of people I like out of there. I like Blue, I like Wendy V. There's a handful of them I like. I do lurk a bit. I have seen Purple Drama and all that, and I do watch Carla if she's on in the morning, but I don't chat in there because I think they're all crazy. They're worse than us. They are worse than us.
Well, see, we need to just do it for our community, because I'm going to say it. I'm not Vinny. It is our community. Otherwise, we wouldn't all be here together. We're here together talking. And for anyone who wants to say, she's Marie's friend, well, I am. But it doesn't mean that I can't.
You co-sign what I do.
Right.
You don't co-sign what I do. You're not responsible for what I do. And when you make a video, I'm not directing it, Coco. It ain't my business either. I watch a video fresh off the streets like everyone else when they click a link. There's no conspiracy over here. Stop making it a conspiracy. That's Sammy's delusions, though. Like, well, she said, Coco, in that video that you made about her, that I went away and I got photos done for it, and I gave you a special photo to make myself look better. That was a photo off my Twitter or off my YouTube page.
Yeah, it was. I took that. Like I take everyone.
Vinny G, you take that tinfoil hat, baby, and you put it on your small little cockle, because that's all you'll ever have is a little cockle. Even in your leotards. Can't get it up, don't work no more. If you were a horse, Vinny, we'd send you to the knacker yard. It's all you're fit for. He's making me a tinfoil hat over there. Put it on your cockle.
We'd have to sell you up for glue, Vinny. Glue. Look at Sweet 66. That was so good. See, that was funny. There is a way to say things and do things that are not valid.
Exactly. And if you leave it amongst adults, still, I don't care. Drag the fuck out of any adult and adults.
Right.
Leave the kids alone.
That's the whole thing. If you start doing that, you show how weak you really are. To me, that shows me you're weak and you're a coward, because
they lose every time.
In a heartbeat. Because that just means to me that you don't have the cojones enough to go after the adult, because you have nothing to say. And you know it. You know what I mean? And I'm not going to agree with that. But what about, does anybody remember Name That Tune? Where they'd play a certain amount of a song and everybody had to guess?
Yes. We should do that.
Yes, you owe me a beer now. What do you think,
We
guys?
should-
Would you like
yeah.
that tune? That sounds like
Think-
fun.
Has to be fun.
Yes, and we need extra people because we're going to need somebody to count it. Okay, sweet. We'll get behind the scenes and you can pass it on to Ashley. Share.
Yeah, and I'll like do our bits. Maybe if we all came up in panel for like 45 minutes, 3 in panel, 3 jump down, somebody else come up. If people are comfortable with that, some people won't come and link or come on channels, but
I
that's what we
think
should do.
that's a good idea. We'll have to get our songs all ready like beforehand though, so we'll have to prepare because you know if you
Mhm.
guys know me, I like to come up just whenever I do. I'm like, boom, okay, I'm going live. We'll have to, prepare for this one.
Holden, Sammy's picture is disgusting. Jesus.
I'm not even looking. But guys, we'll do that. We'll have to do it. Everybody put in the chat a time frame that's good for you guys. And a day.
Right.
So when this video is over, I'll check it and see that we can accommodate most people.
Well, it's nighttime here for us. What time
Is
is it?
it?
What time is it?
Oh. What time now is it for you?
What time is it, neighbor fucker? Jumping over the wall to the 89-year-old woman, Coco. It's 10 to 12. Now, I usually am not up this late midweek. I'm always in bed.
Okay, so
I can do it once a week, though. It's no problem.
all right.
Yeah,
so
he's rocking back and forth, Ima.
You and I will talk. We'll talk before that because Marie and I are besties, and we just what we do.
Ufta, you're next. I'm afraid he's coming for you.
Who is?
Poor Ufta. I can't hear him. My husband can hear it. It's in his ear. I can't hear anything. They say about Ufta.
Oh, all right.
You're
So
a flip flapper. You're a flip flapper, Ufta. The most beautiful lady ever. Fuck off, Vinny. Flip flapper.
Yeah,
Vinny! You fucking asshole.
do you see what I say? They can't come over here. Yes, they can. They can without being a flip flopper. So stop. All right, everybody.
I've never seen a flip flop. Okay, everybody.
We're
Good
going to
chat.
do
Coco, thanks for having me up.
anytime. Don't forget, we are going to do a Name That Tune. Bye, everybody. Thanks for being here.
Bye.
Bye,
Bye.
Marie.